Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
Three Michigan coaches honored as among the best in the country, and it seems like new school scoring marks are being set weekly. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross. Welcome to This Week in High School Sports. The National Federation of State High School Associations named 23 National Coaches of the Year for the 2020-21 school year, and 3 of the 23 are from Michigan: Stephanie Kurska, Jean LeClaire, and Rob Zimmerman. Kurska is the girls swimming and diving coach at Ann Arbor Pioneer. She's led the Pioneers to the last 2 Lower Peninsula Division I Finals championships and to a runner-up finish the year before that. Kurska was also named the Michigan Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association Coach of the Year for Division I in 2020-21. LeClaire is the volleyball coach at Bronson. She ranks 4th all-time in wins in the state with 1,289 and has coached Bronson to 5 MHSAA Finals championships. LeClaire is also the athletic director at Bronson and has received both the MHSAA's Women in Sports Leadership Award and Allen W. Bush Award. And Zimmerman is the football coach at DeWitt. His Panthers won the Division III title to cap the 2020 season with a perfect 12-0 record. He was also the 2020 Detroit Free Press Dream Team Coach of the Year and State Coach of the Year by the Michigan High School Coaches Association and Detroit Lions. Congratulations to all 3 on well-deserved national honors, and to read more, please visit secondhalf.mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Onaway brothers Jager and Jaden Mix. Jager had 15 points and 12 rebounds. Jaden had 17 points and 10 steals as Onaway beat Mansalona 91-59. The win moved Onaway to 8-0 this season. Negaunee's Alyssa Hill. She scored 18 in a 68-37 win over Ishpeming Westwood. Those 18 points move her over 1,000 career points for the Miners. And to Heartland Hockey's Ben Poulier. He scored the game-tying and game-winning goals in a 3-2 overtime win over Muskegon Mona Shores. The win gave Heartland the Westside Invitational Championship.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
Before every individual or team wrestling event, each participant must be inspected by the referee or other authorized personnel. They're looking for any skin infections or evidence of communicable disease. A typical inspection will check a wrestler's mouth for braces, their fingernails, hairlines, underarms, back and shoulder area, behind the knees, and more. All inspections are done in the same manner for all wrestlers at a tournament site, both male and female wrestlers. Inspections generally should take place in an area not readily visible by the public because of modesty concerns by the wrestlers. No wrestler is allowed to compete until they've gone through and passed the inspection. Skin inspections are done with the goal of keeping all participants as safe as possible and preventing the spread of contagious skin conditions.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Go to the MHSAA website now to register. Earlier this year, Nevaeh Williams from Mount Clemens put up 60 points in a game against Pontiac Arts and Technology Academy. That tied her for the 4th most points in a single game in state history, and she went for 42 points the next game. On the boys' side, Tyler Jamison has been scoring at an incredible clip. The junior from Port Huron Northern had a school record 47 against Troy Athens, and then he topped that with 59 against Warren Cousino.
Rebound Jamison. He runs by one man, trying to run by a second. Goes in and slam dunks it. 52 for Jamison. Tyler Jamison scores 59 points tonight for Port Huron Northern. A new school record by a lot.
That was Dennis Stuckey from GetStuckOnSports.com with the call. Jamison's outburst has sparked a 5-game winning streak for the Huskies, who are now 6-3 this year. Read more about his season at secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
Let's see who's moving on to the state championship. Right to left over the timeline. Garner will work slowly. 20. Outlet it here to Buffkin. Buffkin behind the defense. Elevates and throws down with 2 hands. Corner Tubingen all alone. Tries a 3. Hits it. 4 threes in the second half for J.C. Tubingen. Jabs. Launches a 3 over top of Jefferson. Good. Nothing but net. Tommy Gregoire. Bulldogs by 2. Rebound taken by Riemersma. He'll race behind the defense. Riemersma elevates and jams it down with the right hand for Hagwin. Pounded defensively by Dudley. Step back 3 for the lead. Buries it pure. A step back triple. Absolutely cold-blooded from Hagwins. This is MGN and Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. And hello everyone, and welcome to Game Night, and welcome to Vanderslice Gymnasium. Tonight we have another OK Red doubleheader as we already close out the first half of this conference season. Along with Chandler Timmer, I am Nate Dreyer, and CT, it's Grandville, Caledonia. We start on the boys' side. The last time we saw these two on the boys' side, at the end of last season, it was an absolute overtime thriller. These teams always seem to put together a great contest, and it's going to be another great Friday night of basketball here tonight.
It really will be. Two teams that have had their share of the struggles in the conference, but as you mentioned, we've seen some great contests between these two on the hardwood, and expect to see that rivalry renewed here tonight.
And we would, for the first time, looks like it's all working, would like to welcome everyone watching through the MGN YouTube and Facebook pages, and this is something that I think, as we can get this going, could hopefully get more opportunities in terms of other places we can stream to and other technologies and stuff we should be able to bring in. So, cool at least. Of course, I think most will be still coming through the normal MGN page through Michigan Sports Radio, but for everyone else that will be finding us through these other sources, thank you for joining us, and I'm certainly looking forward to a full night of basketball here at Grandville, Caledonia. It is a doubleheader, and it's a fun doubleheader always with these two teams because both sides, the boys and the girls, the last few years have probably been maybe the most even matchup between Grandville and whoever they're playing, so I'm certainly looking for that. This is the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. We're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we're going to start getting into this game. Let's take a look at some of the matches, some of the key players, some of the matchups, and some of the key players that are going to present themselves as being key here tonight. We'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium and Game Night.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Business and sports have a lot in common. Members of a team need to stay focused on their goal of preparing for the game and winning the contest. Here at Centennial Securities Company, we work along the same lines. Every day we prepare to win, except that our win is the level of satisfaction and service that we provide our clients. It's an excellent game plan and one that we play by for the entire season. If you're a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timber with you here on game night. It's Grandville, Caledonia. It's an OK Red doubleheader, and of course we're going to open on the boys' side. And let's start to break down some of these Scots and some of these Bulldogs that we're going to see tonight in this contest. First off, for Caledonia, 4-5 team overall in the season, 1-5 within the always tough OK Red. And they've had some tough losses despite that 1-5 record. For Coach Phil Visser's team, off to that 1-5 start, but they're looking to close things strong because I think there's a similar story with them as the Bulldogs. Because they had so many tough, close losses in that first half, they have to feel like a win here tonight could really propel them well into the second half of the season.
Yeah, it's exactly what the Bulldogs are dealing with right now as well. A bunch of games against some of the top teams or would have established themselves as the top teams in the conference. They played either a game where they were in the lead or felt like they were in a pretty good position all the way down till the stretch, and for various different reasons weren't able to close those games out. Had a couple difficult losses. So definitely you feel like even though your win-loss record in conference doesn't look great at this point, you're just reaching the halfway point. You get a big win here, turn to the second half, and you really feel like you can get some momentum, maybe pick up a couple wins against those top schools and feel pretty good.
I feel like Caledonia in particular has done that the last couple of years. I feel like they're always a team that is closing really strong and starting to find their groove down the stretch. For the Bulldogs, 6-5 now overall in the year, 2-4 in conference, but certainly for the Bulldogs, that 2-4 record doesn't fully state things. They now have lost 3 straight after they had another halftime lead that they ultimately weren't able to hang on to versus Grand Haven. But again, I mean, how easily could that 2-4 record that's a 4-loss record maybe just be a 1-loss conference record? That's been the kind of season the Bulldogs have had.
Yeah, it's one of the things when you look back and you look at some missed opportunities there for sure. I mean, still a team that's played, and you've seen the signs of some really good basketball.
Yep.
They've played against the top teams. I mean, everything you need to see. They've had the lead against some of those schools, and like we just talked about, just that various reasons. But, I mean, they're doing the right things now, still just trying to put that full game together and an opportunity to start off doing so here.
Yeah, Scott Bates, Farmers Insurance Agents pregame show here on game night, and let's just get a little bit of a taste of some of the key players that you're going to see for either side that help set the table. Nick Henry, 6'7", power forward and center for Coach Visser's Fighting Scots team, and this is a guy that he can score inside. Now he defends well. This is a team that does like to press and trap a little bit as well, especially you saw them doing their tough loss Tuesday against East Kentwood, so both teams are trying to press and trap quite a bit in that game. But Henry, a really unique guy with his size, with his athleticism, with his ability to shoot as well. It'll be an interesting matchup we'll talk about later with Cam Ragnaris, but Henry, a guy we've seen for a couple years now, just a kind of fascinating player inside but also out.
Yeah, we've been able to see him up close and personal the last couple seasons, and I feel like we've been on a strong run here of seeing some of these unique players of 6'7", 6'8", really big size, but also have the ability to step out. They're not just a strictly a post presence. They can step out and have some outside game as well and kind of affect the game in that aspect as well. We saw 2 guys on Tuesday night that do the very similar thing, and so yeah, a guy that's got some versatility to his game and can really lead this Caledonia squad.
For the Bulldogs, we just talked about him. How about Cam Ragnaris? The sophomore is just off to an incredible start. There's no other way to put it. What he has been able to do, just jumping into essentially the role that his former 3-year starter brother abdicated, really has been impressive. But it's going to be interesting because the sophomore is going to likely be drawing Henry a lot tonight. So it leads to 2 questions. What will Coach Young do to protect him, and how is Cam going to handle that matchup with Henry down low and outside?
Right, we've seen the last couple of games there's been a tough matchup for Cam Ragnaris down low, and he's responded pretty well. It still continues to put up some pretty great numbers. Really all aspects of the game, he's still scoring, and of course has played tremendous defense all the way along, picking up some blocks. And so he's continued to respond. As a young player, you love to see that. There's been some times where he's going up against another great player. It's been a tough matchup for him, and he's continued to battle. And so it's not going to get any easier. As we talked about, Henry, another very fantastic player. So we'll see how he responds to that matchup.
Absolutely. We would I'd like to welcome aboard our newest sponsor, Steve Van Lett at Full Circle Properties. Steve is a realtor and owner of Full Circle Properties of Keller Williams Rivertown here in Grandville. Serving the West Michigan community, Steve and his team are committed to providing a world-class experience, whether you're buying, selling, or both, and have the experience needed to navigate you through your entire journey flawlessly. Full Circle Properties knows the area because they're from the area. Check out the possibilities of Full Circle Properties at westmichiganhomesold.com. That's westmichiganhomesold.com. This is the Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. Grandville, Caledonia, Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. We're going to step aside and be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium and Grandville High School.
Jerry opened the letter. An eviction notice? He and his family couldn't bear to move again. It was warm and they had plenty of space for their acorns. Anxiety took a hold of him. Then suddenly,
you've got squirrels in your engine and they chew through the wiring.
And it was covered, thanks to a farmer's agent. Engine Bay Squatters, May 23rd, 2015. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today at 616-531-3441. Your local farmer's agent who helps you plan for the unexpected.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA. The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, owning our role as part of one of the top health systems in the world. Call us compassionate, as we deliver care with dignity, kindness, and respect. Call us relentless, letting absolutely nothing come between us and our mission of advancing care. Excellence has a new name, University of Michigan Health West. Find out more at ufmhealthwest.org.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Folding Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit foldingwarehouse.com, Grand Rapids, to reserve your lanes.
Business and sports have a lot in common. Members of a team need to stay focused on their goal of preparing for the game and winning the contest. Here at Centennial Securities Company, we work along the same lines. Every day we prepare to win, except that our win is the level of satisfaction and service that we provide our clients. It's an excellent game plan, and one that we play by for the entire season. If you're a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
If you're 18 years or older, AHC Hospitality is hiring for open positions at its downtown hotels. Starting pay is $14 an hour, paid weekly, with medical, dental, and health benefits, hotel discounts, and more. Positions include front desk, housekeeping, restaurant, and management roles at our 6 premier downtown hotels. Visit ahchospitality.com/careers to jumpstart your career at one of 6 world-class hotels in downtown Grand Rapids.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
And welcome back, everyone. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. It's Grandville Caledonia doubleheader, and we are at Grandville High School Vanderslice Gymnasium tonight, continuing through our Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. CT back to setting the stage a little bit for the boys' side that opens things up. And again, we can't state it enough. I think we know that there's going to be a great game tonight because I'm not sure there has been one team that has provided such classic matchups with the Bulldogs as much as Caledonia has over the last 2 or 3 years. Maybe West Otto, the only one that's close, but these two teams always just seem to play some real knockdown, drag-out fights.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, you can see it already kind of lining up tonight, and what the matchups and we've talked about is that it's a lot of strength on strength, a lot of similarities, and that's led to some great games throughout the last couple years. Of course, some things have changed within the Bulldogs program, and we'll see the impact that has on the game, but definitely two schools that are very familiar with each other and have played some great games throughout the last couple seasons.
So for Caledonia, let's start looking at some of the guys that are going to make things turn a little bit for Coach Visser's team. We talked about Nick Henry inside. The big guy, how about the smallest guy in their starting lineup? Liam Molnix, senior point guard. We saw him last year, smaller guy at under 6 foot, but he is a really, really tenacious guard on both ends of the floor, handles the ball very well, shoots the basketball very well as well. I mean, Molnix just one of those tenacious, really just tough point guards you don't want to go up against because he's going to make plays against you on both ends of the floor, in the full court defending and hitting shots at the other end.
Yeah, really a hard-nosed player for this Scott's team and can really facilitate their offense pretty well. I think they do also a pretty good job of getting him involved off ball a little bit, and his ability to knock down some three-point shots. They'll draw up some plays for him off the ball where he's able to get some space and knock down some shots as well and be a threat in that aspect as well.
For Grandville, how about we go over to their side? How about we go to their point guard, Braden Gable? Enough has been said about Gable and what he means. How about his role tonight? Because we know that Caledonia has had games in the past where they like to trap and they like to make things tough with at least some full court token pressure, but a lot of times some trapping pressure as well. That means it becomes very big for Gable. Can he deal with the pressure, make the right reads, and if he can, he'll be able to open up some easy baskets for himself and others, but that's the key thing to watch is how is Gable, who is, of course, by far the Bulldogs' primary ball handler, is he able to handle the pressure? By the way, can he also keep himself on the floor for as much as possible?
He's shown the ability to handle some pressure coming up the court and stuff. So I think in terms of that, I think the Bulldogs trust him to bring the ball up the court, obviously. And so when he's out there, that's going to be their best chance for breaking some of that pressure. We've seen them struggle a little bit in that trying to find those secondary ball handlers. You've got guys like Tyson Mann and Ryder Haight off the bench that you can come in and they can handle the ball pretty effectively as well. But it's always the Bulldogs are going to be most comfortable when Braden Gable's out there running the show. And so he's going to have to continue to play on that line of not being too aggressive, but playing within himself and still trying to make this offense go. And, of course, avoiding the foul trouble that we've seen occasionally from him. But when he's out there, the Bulldogs feel like they've got the right combination out there to break some of the pressure.
Last time out for Grandville Tuesday night, of course, we were not on the call of that game. We were at Unity Christian, but it was a loss at Grand Haven, 65-54. Grandville had another halftime lead in that game that they were unable to hang on to. But a big part of why they maybe fell short in that game, offensively, one of the slower nights we've seen for Trey Johnson. 9 points, he had 1 rebound, he had 5 assists still, so he helped distribute for sure his best game doing that part of the offensive game. But again, Trey Johnson has turned into a guy that a year ago felt like a massive part of the team, mostly on the defensive end of the floor, and some of the things he would show off the bench defensively. He continues to be the guy that we're looking at. If his points total is high, Grandville definitely has a strong chance to win. I mean, he has been a guy that 15, 16, 17 plus points per game, several made three-pointers have just become the regular for him in his senior season.
Yeah, he's been the scoring leader for this team, and a lot of times when this Bulldogs team is struggling for a bucket, he's been the guy this year that they turn to, and he's shown the ability to go and get it when they need it, whether that's with a strong drive to the basket and just out-muscling guys on the other team, or whether that's been to knock down an open three and just try to give some life to the squad. And so a lot of times when your leading scorer is going to have some struggles, then the rest of the team's going to go along with it. The Bulldogs, of course, as many teams, always trying to find those other guys that are going to step up and try and contribute when your leading scorer doesn't put up as big a number as what maybe they had been throughout the course of the season. So big for Trey Johnson to get back on track. We've seen it all season, and no reason why he can't get back on track here tonight.
Caledonia, very deep team. We'll get to that in a minute, but one of the guys that stands out to me a little bit is Nick Fox, the senior. He was a 3-year football player. I think he's been a 3-year basketball player as well, but hyper athletic and a very aggressive player on the wing. But in particular, when you look at Nick Fox's history, I think you can think of several times where he's had very aggressive games on both the hardwood and the gridiron against the Bulldogs. He seems to really elevate his game, as a lot of these guys do when they play each other, and Fox's energy is going to be one of the main key points on the wing for Caledonia, especially if they're running that full court and really getting in your face defensive system.
Yeah, he can really be that motor for the defense for the Scots, and his ability to take over a game defensively, get out in the fast break a little bit, shows the just a guy that you expect to go out there and is going to be one of those guys that just always gives a lot of energy and can be one of those guys that really goes out there and gives it his all and can be a factor in the game, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, just mentioned it as well. How about the Caledonia bench? Very deep unit, but a unit that you'll see them grind it down, slow it down. You'll see them pick up that pace and maybe even play some full court, various trapping defenses and so forth. But the one thing they bring to the table is a very deep bench. You're talking they are willing to go 9, 10, 11 plus deep at all times. That creates a really interesting battle because we know you're going to have two physical defenses. You therefore know there's a good chance that you may see some foul trouble for both sides that plays a factor tonight. That's going to be interesting. Grandville, really good guys that come off the start of the bench. A guy like Ryder, a guy like Corbin Heckman, but they haven't quite been rotating as deeply, only going 7, maybe 8 deep as they've gone on through the season. Caledonia very deep. So when you think of a tough physical game, two different ways to go at the bench. What side maybe has the advantage, or how is it going to play out, I guess, might be just part of what determines this game.
For sure. I think if we're going to see a contest in which a lot of fouls are called and they're officiating things pretty tightly, then definitely that bench, that deeper rotation is going to benefit you, and you've got multiple bodies you can rotate in and out there, prevent some of your starters from getting into some foul trouble earlier on. I think that can be a big impact in the game as far as the Bulldogs. We've seen it already in some of the foul trouble that they've had. You mentioned some of those guys that are coming off the bench and playing some pretty big minutes, but we've also seen once those guys are forced into some more minutes, then who's stepping up after that, who is that next rotation in. And so I think the Bulldogs are still looking for that a little bit. They've got that 6, 7, 8 that they're pretty comfortable rotating in and out, but in a situation where there's potentially some foul trouble to guys like Braden Gable or Trey Johnson, they're still looking for those guys to step up.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about that depth matchup. How about another matchup to watch? And we started to highlight it at the top of the show as well on the Scott Bates Farmers Agency pregame show. Regnerus and Henry. We've got the experienced senior, Nick Henry, 6'7", the inexperienced but very exceptional sophomore in Regnerus for the Bulldogs. Fascinating matchup. They're going to be playing and chasing each other around inside now. Maybe you would argue in some ways the more traditionally athletic of the two, maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit more finesse to his game. He actually is going to be playing on the inside more than what Henry may be trying to play. He likes to step outside as well. Just a really interesting, unique, and kind of weird matchup between the two post players. And again, it's a weird matchup because we don't know if they are going to 100% be on each other the whole time, or if you may see Henry draw more of a wing matchup.
Yeah, I think you hinted at some of the intrigue right there in terms of how are the Scots going to use Henry if he's comfortable playing on the outside a little bit more. We saw the Eagles of Hudsonville last week try to draw Cam Regnerus out a little bit in his matchup, try to bring him out of the post because they know the kind of rim protector he can be in it. So if you're able to get Henry out on the outside and draw Regnerus out, that can open up the lane for the rest of your guards to attack the basket a little bit. So we'll see how much they're able to utilize that matchup. But definitely another one. You're talking about a guy in Henry that's got more experience, but Regnerus has played great early on in the season, and so those guys will be definitely battling back and forth the rest of the way.
All right, let's wrap things up. Keys to the game for both teams. I think we're kind of looking, and you talked about earlier, we are watching the fouls and the physicality, the sloppiness of the game. Going to be a key factor all the way around. If there's a lot of fouls, it may help Caledonia with their deeper rotation. But both teams like to be so physically, defensively. Of course, we saw a very physical game last Friday between Grandville and Hudsonville. I think that's where it starts. Grandville has to play a high IQ game. They have to make sure guys don't get in foul trouble, and Caledonia are going to probably try to play a pretty rugged style.
Yeah, it's always one of the toughest things to try to coach is team like the Bulldogs prides themselves so much defensively, and they've got some tremendous individual defenders. And so you want them, of course, to be going 100% all the time and playing that intense defense. And naturally, that's going to open yourselves up to a little bit more foul trouble potentially in a game that's going to be called closely. So trying to find exactly what the limit is in terms of how you can play your best defensively, but not crossing the line of fouling too much, because at the end of the day, you need those guys on the court for as many minutes as possible.
All right, this has been the Scott Bates Agency pregame show. Ready to roll? I think I am for sure. Grandville, Caledonia, we kick off the tip-off, the doubleheader on the other side of this. We'll be right back.
Hey, we get it. Right now, searching for the right college is a challenge. At Ferris State, we turn challenge into opportunity so that you don't have to put your life on hold. Study in person, online, or both, whatever's right for you. Our virtual admissions tools let you connect, explore, and enroll. Ferris forward. Go to ferris.edu/now to apply free.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. We call it our passion at Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways. For more than 60 years, Dean has connected students to learning, public schools to our communities, sports teams to their championships, and you to a purpose-filled career. Dean is now hiring school bus drivers, motor coach operators, and diesel technicians throughout Michigan at DeanJobs.com. We'll pay you to train and coach you along the way. If you're newly retired or looking to start a flexible career, visit DeanJobs.com for a list of openings or contact us at DeanJobs.com today.
For almost 60 years, Earhart Construction has successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
And welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. Just about time to go here from Grandville. It's Grandville and Caledonia. Let's meet your starting lineups for tonight's contest. For the Bulldogs in their home white jerseys here this evening, they will be bringing out the junior guard Tyson Mann, the senior guard Braden Gable, the sophomore forward Camreg Neris, the junior guard Trey Johnson, and the senior forward Devin Cucci gets the start. Caledonia traveling purple uniforms to start the junior guard Mason McKenzie, who also stars at quarterback in the fall. We'll have the senior guard Liam Molnix getting the start. The senior forward and wing Nick Fox will start. And then up front they'll have the senior 6'7" forward Nick Henry and another senior forward Nick Bender inside. As I mentioned, Bulldogs home white jerseys, numbers in maroon, Grandville in script written across the chest. Caledonia in their traveling purple uniforms, numbers, trimming, and lettering all in white. It's Block Caledonia across the chest. Okay, CT, a game I think the first couple minutes, of course, we've seen Grandville for sure has to play full games. We've seen them with some struggles in the third quarter and closing out games, but regardless, the start of this game is going to be interesting just to find out where exactly the pace of either team is going to be.
Yeah, we'll see which each team's what pace they're gonna try to play at, and the physicality. I think we're gonna be able to find out pretty quick what the game's gonna be played at in terms of that. As you mentioned, the Bulldogs have not had as much of an issue getting off to a quick start. They've done pretty good in the first half, first quarter, second quarter. It's been the second half where things they've had some more issues. So always important to get off to a quick start here, but I think we're gonna learn quite a bit here right after the tip.
Right, for sure, two teams that more towards the middle or bottom of the conference. Grandville 2-4, Caledonia 1-5, but both teams a lot of tough losses the first time around, looking for a lot. Cam Regneris will jump against Nick Bender, pretty darn even on the height. Bulldogs move left to right across the radio dial, and they tip it ahead to Cucci, who gives it on to Gable, and the Bulldogs will slowly work to the top of the key. Gable, the right-hand dribble, hands it off for Tyson Mann on a weave, throws left wing for Cucci, hits a cutting man, going back towards the basket, jump stop, gave it on to Johnson, swung around top of the key. Cucci tries a three and buries it. Devin Cucci knocks down a triple, and Grandville on the board. First, 7:40 to go in the first, 3-0 Bulldogs.
And that's going to be huge for this Bulldogs offense. If Devin Cucci is going to be able to knock down some open looks like that, that really opens up their offense.
McKenzie drives to the basket, fading shot, blocked away by Gable. Rebound is saved by the Scots and worked around to the left block here for the driving Nick Henry. Henry loses the ball off a tip. Last touch by the Bulldogs out of bounds along the baseline. And the Fighting Scots will keep it. 7:22 to go in the first, 3-0. The early Grandville lead in this one, right side of the baseline. It will be Nick Fox set to throw this one in. Fox got a right wing to Molnix. Up top for McKenzie. McKenzie swings it hard left corner for Nick Fox. He'll fake right and drive down the left baseline where he's cut off by Cucci. Try to get back down low where Molnix is able to race to the ball. Kick a pass left wing for Fox, but as he did so, he was grabbed and fouled by, I believe it was Tyson Mann that got the last hand in there. First foul of the game. 7:11 to go first quarter. They'll actually call Cucci for it as he and Mann both collided with the defender down low. Fox to throw it in from the left corner here. Lobs it up top for McKenzie. Just everyone tuning in through YouTube, through Facebook, through the NFHS network as well here tonight across the Game Night Network, and of course those through MichiganSportsRadio.com and the Michigan Sports Radio app. Nick Fox on the right wing, head fake, defended by Cucci. Skips it free throw line to Henry, drives on Regneris, left-hand shot rattles home good. So there's the first matchup between 14 in purple and 12 in white, and Henry gets 2 points on the board. 6:45 and less to go in the first. 3-2, the Bulldogs maintain the lead. Skip pass down to the right block to Regneris, settles it down, defended by Henry, feeds it up top for Braden Gable. He's defended by McKenzie to the right corner, drives baseline, floater no good from 8 feet, rebound ripped down by Regneris, turn shot, no good, back iron, rebound is tipped up one more time, and on the second effort, settled down by Henry, and the Scots will run right to left here with Molnix. Both teams playing slow, half-court, man-to-man, pace and tempo right now on both ends of the floor and playing man-to-man defense. Left side pass is tipped out of bounds on the Grandville bench by Trey Johnson, and Caledonia will keep the ball left side. It'll be Nick Fox thrown in once more here for the Fighting Scots. Fox, top of the key for Molnix. The senior starts a right-hand dribble, bounces around a screen, right corner, fed it right wing for Henry. Drives on an angle, jump pass, left side, catch and shoot three. McKenzie, no good, back iron. Rebound secured by Cucci, gave it on to Gable. Bulldogs will run with it left to right. Gable, number 2 in white, crosses into the lane. Pull up Jay, right side, no good, back iron. Leaping rebound to Molnix. He'll run with it. Pace starting to pick up a little bit. Feeds it on to Bender, left wing. Hands it off for Molnix. Up fake, drives left baseline, foul called. As they'll say that right leg kind of got stuck out and tripped up his man from Trey Johnson. 5:50 to go first quarter, still 3-2 Grandville. Pace picking up, but so far not much scoring. Both teams looking a little cold offensively.
Yeah, a couple open looks for the Scots on their previous possession. Henry was able to put the ball on the deck and dish it out. It was an open three, but couldn't convert.
Henry down low, right-hand feed, too short, grabs his own rebound on the floor, settles it back down, gave it on to Bender, right block. Up top, McKenzie, head fake left, drives right, gave it right corner, catch and shoot three, Molnix misses everything. Wide to the left side of the rebounds, ripped down by Trey Johnson, the Bulldogs. 5.5 to go first quarter. Top of the key, Braden Gable, rocking it right wing. Defended by Mason McKenzie. Handed off for Devin Cucci, back left corner for Braden Gable. Bulldogs senior up top for Regneris, the sophomore, right wing, catch and shoot three. Johnson on the way, no good as it rattled off the left iron, and Molnix rips down the rebound for Caledonia. Molnix bending over, defended by Tyson Mann. Stutter step, drives the lane, right side, from behind. Tyson Mann blocks it away, grabs the rebound, goes behind his back and gets it up the floor. Good move by Tyson Mann. Drives all the way to the basket, right-hand shot, too strong, but a foul called. That was all number 0 in white. On that possession, he'll get 2 at the line. 4:53 to go in the first. 3-2 Grandville. And that foul is called against Nick Henry, his first in the first on the Fighting Scots. But Tyson Mann doing it all right there for the Dogs.
Yeah, I see a little bit of everything. Nice recovery on the defensive end to get back in position, able to block that shot at the last second, recover it, and then I think that's another big thing for this Bulldogs offense is if Tyson Mann can handle the basketball like that and be a consistent player to bring the ball up the court for them, I think that opens things up as well. You see him, doesn't necessarily have to be coast to coast like that, going right to the basket, but just another look for the defense.
One more from Mann here, right-hand shot, good. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line and goes to 4-2 Grandville. Raffler and Bird will check in for Molnix and Bender here, and it'll now be McKenzie with Molnix off the floor running the offense. Throws the right corner to Raffler. Raffler, defended by Braden Gable, faked left, lost the handle, regathers it, got it to the corner. Give and go, back on to Raffler, driving, jump pass, left side for Fox. Drives on an angle, spin move, down to the floor, went Cucci trying to grab the offensive foul, taken to the basket, right-hand shot, sent into the student section by Cam Regneris, and Caledonia will keep it down low off another Regneris block down low. Fox, left corner, McKenzie, working with the ball. Throws it left block here to Henry. Tries a mid-range fader. Good. Over top of Regneris, knocking it down. We're tied at 4. 4:22 and less in the first.
And you can see right there, Regneris had to play off of him a little bit because earlier in the game, Henry was able to drive from the elbow, get to the stripe.
Left wing catch and shoot 3. Trey Johnson misses everything well strong. And Caledonia takes back over. 4:11 to go in the first. 4-4. And the Fighting Scots in the traveling purple uniforms will take back over. They move right to left as it's patted in here to McKenzie. Mason McKenzie, who had a big fall on the gridiron. If it weren't for Zach Ahern, probably would have been the OK Red Player of the Year. Left side, Henry, catch and shoot 3. No good, back iron. Rebound is batted around a couple of times before it's knocked out of bounds along the baseline. Last touch by Henry as he came in late and I think went knee to knee a little bit with Braden Gable. Bender will check back in here for the Fighting Scots as the Bulldogs will get things set. Braden Gable will start it up here for the Bulldogs, and Caledonia starting to show a little bit of three-quarter court token pressure right here. Left side to Mann. They're going to start trapping. Right side, Cucci. Able to get over the timeline. It's a 1-2-2 full court, three-quarter court trap. Left wing, here's Tyson Mann. Underhand feed left corner, out of the reach of Devin Cucci. Bulldogs will keep it. They'll say it was last deflected out of bounds by Caledonia, and the Bulldogs keep it right side here. 3:39 to go first quarter. Head coaches Desmond Young and Phil Visser look out over their teams right now in this contest. The officials talking about it, and now they will give the ball back the other way. Caledonia takes over, but for the first time we see that three-quarter court zone trap come out of the Fighting Scots that they've been so well known for under Coach Visser.
Yeah, and it didn't directly cause a turnover, but it did speed the Bulldogs up just enough to where Tyson Mann, a tough pass. Originally when the Bulldogs were going to keep possession, you could see the look on his face. He was surprised, and he was the one that passed it.
Henry, angle drive, jump pass, left corner for Raffler. Up fake. Watched defensively all the way to the free throw line by Gable. Dumps it out right wing for McKenzie. Back onto Raffler. Drives. Right-hand shot. Too short through some contact, and they'll tie up on the rebound, and Caledonia will keep on the alternating possession. Corbin Heckman checks in. It'll be Cucci taking a seat. So the twin sophomore towers, so to speak, both Heckman and Regneris will be out there for the Bulldogs on the first substitution of the game for the Dogs. Right side of the baseline, it will be Nick Bender throwing it in here for the Scots. Got it right corner to McKenzie. McKenzie, right wing Raffler. Looking for a passing lane, defended by Gable. Starts to dribble, hands out top of the key for Henry. He's all alone, takes it to the basket, skies and jams with two hands. The seas parted. Caledonia has their first lead of the game, 6-4, with 3 minutes to go in the first. Tyson Mann out of the trap, driving and fouled. We saw the trap get a little bit more aggressive right there as well as the Bulldogs got stopped up. It's an interesting trap because, again, it's kind of a 2-2-1 sort of variety, or 1-2-2 based on how they'll implement it. And it goes more three-quarter court rather than a full court, really manic trap. It's more of a trap that slows down your pace in some regards.
Yeah, it does. It forces you to try and sit back right before you cross that half-court line. You have to get something set up. That time it was a no-look pass from Braden Gable. He was able to look to the left side like he was going to swing it in the backcourt there yet, and then able to no-look feed it ahead to the circle.
Mann will check out. Haight will come on in his place, and Braden Gable will start the Bulldog offense in the left wing. They trail 6-4 early. Very slow pace to this one. Corbin Heckman, the sophomore, skips it down to his fellow sophomore Regneris. Left block up top. Heckman, right wing, catch and shoot 3. Gable banks it in, and the Bulldogs go back on top, 7-6, with 2:35 and less to go in the first. McKenzie, right corner for Henry, defended by Gable. defended by Regneris. Underhand feed down low, went through a man's hands, but came on right corner for McKenzie. Up top, Henry tries a long two, misses it all wide to the left side, but the rebound is secured by Raffler. He'll take it behind his back, left wing. Drives baseline, able to flip the hands free and score. 8-7, Caledonia goes back on top off a nice move. Right corner, here's Trey Johnson. Feeds it over the floor to the left wing to Heckman. Drives, lost the handle down low, stolen away by Camden Raffler, and here comes Caledonia. Raffler all the way to the basket, swatted away hard down low by Gable. Bulldogs have got the rebound with Haight giving back on to Gable. Running it over the half-court line. Gable, right corner, Heckman, catch and shoot three. Too strong, back iron, rebound on a Bender. Caledonia gonna run with it. 1:50 and less to go in the first. 8-7, they have the lead. Raffler left corner with it. Left wing inside the arc to Bird, gave it out behind him to Mason McKenzie, who will settle down the pace finally to the final minute 35 of the first. McKenzie defended by Haight, drives on an angle. High feed, free throw line, Henry enters the lane, hesitates, left-hand shot too strong, Heckman the rebound, and the Bulldogs give it on to Braden Gable. Final minute and a half of the first. They trail 8-7. Gable, big crossover dribble into the lane, lost the handle, but a foul called as he was poked into at the foul line. Drew Hungerford gets up, takes off the warm-up. He'll come in for the Bulldogs. Molnix will come back in for Caledonia. They also bring Caden DeHorn in for the first time. Nick Fox also checks back in. Trey Johnson takes a seat for the Bulldogs. Henry, McKenzie, and Bird go to the Caledonia bench. Second foul on Caledonia, the first on Raffler. Third foul on Caledonia, the first on Raffler. 1:21 to go in the first. 8-7, left corner inbounded here to Braden Gable. Jabs, works left baseline, stops at the block, up top for Haight. Right wing Hungerford. Hungerford stutter step, feeds it down low to the right block to Regneris. Skies and climbs the defender and launches a right-hand shot that's too strong. Molnix has got it down for Caledonia. All the way to the top of the key. Molnix, step back move. Fed it left wing to Henry. Skips it right wing. On to Raffler. Raffler drives, puts his back into Gable right block and feeds it right corner for a stutter stepping to Horn. Up top for Fox. Fox drives the right side of the lane. Right hand shot blocked away by Cam Regneris again. Caledonia keeps it down low. 55.3 on the clock first quarter. Regneris wreaking some havoc down low right now. I saw Landon, his brother's in attendance tonight, and he's showing out for sure.
Yeah, multiple blocks for him. Just does such a great job of having great vision on the court, seeing where Caledonia and where the ball is. It's not often his man that he's the one responsible for the block on that. Again, that time able to see the cut and drive to the basket and then get to where he needs to be to swat that shot away.
Regneris will get a quick break as Trey Johnson, after a very quick break of his own, will come in here. Along the baseline, Hungerford batted away out of bounds. The first inbound attempt from Fox. He'll try it again and lobs it all the way in front of the timeline to a leaping Molnix, who stands on the Grandville block G and starts to dribble with the right hand. Defended by a low crouch Ryder Haight. Stutter step move, left corner for Fox with two hands. Skip feed, top of the key to Raffler. Hands it back off for Fox. Fox, right corner, passes jumped up, stolen away by Ryder Haight, clean, and he'll take it to the right side for the Bulldogs. Right corner, Gable, toes the line, launches a three, spins out, rebound to Ryder Haight. The little guy down low, grabs the board, fed it left corner, catch and shoot three, Hungerford no good. At the right block, rebound is secured by Heckman. He'll flick up a shot, no good, but a foul called, and Corbin Heckman will go to the line for two for the Bulldogs. Fouls on McKenzie, his first, and Caledonia's fourth. 28.1 on the clock first quarter, 8-7. And the Bulldogs will get a chance at the line here with their sophomore Heckman. Bends the knees, right hand free throw. Rattles out, and at best the Bulldogs can tie it here at the line.
A couple of missed threes, but Ryder Haight able to make that possession a couple different times. Got the steal to get the Bulldogs the basketball, and then the offensive rebound to keep it alive.
Second free throw spins home. We're tied at 8. I saw after the first missed free throw, Coach Young kind of looked skyward because free throw shooting a big part of the loss on Tuesday to Grand Haven for the Bulldogs. They were outshot 76 to 50% at the foul line, a game that Grandville definitely outshot Caledonia from 3 and ultimately lost because of some of the issues at the foul line. Caledonia works across the floor, left corner to Bender, drives baseline, has it knocked away, but a foul called with 9.7 on the clock. We're tied at 8. Third team foul on the Bulldogs, and the first on Corbin Heckman. Nick Fox, left side of the key, will throw it in, stands on the A in Grandville along the baseline to put this one in. Looking left and right, got it left corner to Molnix, defended by Ryder Haight, spin move, left block, fader with 5 seconds, too strong. The rebound taken straight down by Johnson, given on to Hungerford. Molnix stole it away, lobbed up a shot, but stepped on the end line before he did so, and Grandville will get away with that mistake. 0.5 on the clock, and we're tied at 8. Looks like we also are going to be reaching the end of the first quarter with that score.
Nice heads-up play from Molnix to poke that one free, prevented the Bulldogs from getting one last look potentially before the end of the quarter.
The Bulldogs will just inbound it to Gable, let the clock go out, and that reaches the end of the first. 8-all, grinded out, tough first quarter of play. We'll be right back here from Grandville.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame honors prominent West Michigan athletes. As part of their mission, the Hall of Fame presents annual events in support of West Michigan athletics and raises funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Events scheduled in 2021 include the Class of 2021 induction ceremony on Tuesday, September 28th, and the Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame College Basketball Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. Go to grshof.com for all the information.
Choosing the right orthodontist can mean the difference between an average patient experience and one that is truly exceptional. Hines Orthodontics serves the West Michigan area with locations in Rockford and Kentwood. As a patient of Dr. Hines, you can be confident that you have chosen an orthodontist with the skill, expertise, and commitment to make your smile his top priority. Dr. Hines and his team are dedicated to providing the most efficient and effective treatment using the finest technologies available in orthodontics. Check them out online at hinesorthodontics.com or on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you here. It's game night on Michigan Sports Radio. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on the NFHS Network. We're on MichiganSportsRadio.com. We're everywhere, and we thank you for joining us here tonight. 8-all after one, tipping off the evening. Grandville, Caledonia here, and the Bulldogs with the ball in the grinded out tie as they give it from Gable, right wing to Haight. High pass back right corner, settled down by Braden Gable. Drives baseline, takes it to the basket, whips the hands free, can't get the touch with the right. And a fight for the rebound and a foul called. I think it's going to be against Braden Gable. It will be against Gable on the fight for the ball as he collided and crashed together with Nick Henry, and the Scots will take back over. First foul on Gable, now 4 apiece. 7:45 to go in the second. Scots will take back over. Kind of grinded out game we really expected to see between these two in the first.
Yeah, a pretty physical game in that first quarter. I felt like the officials really let these two teams play it out. I think that's a long-term benefit for the Bulldogs.
Bender spin move in the key. Fader good. What a move. Nick Bender over top of Cam Regneris, knocks it down. 10-8. Caledonia goes back on top. Gable drives, jump stop, right block, right corner for Haight. Pull up, mid-range J, right side, no good, front iron. Rebound ripped down by Molnix, and he'll take it up here for the Scots as the Bulldogs defense clears out to another half-court man-to-man physical set. Right wing here for Nick Fox, defended by Cucci. Up top for McKenzie, swung at left corner for Molnix, defended by Ryder Haight, arms spread wide. Jumping feed down to the left block for Henry, spins it away, knocked away by Devin Cucci. Excellent job to get a fingertip in there, knock it free. Ryder Haight takes it over, and the Bulldogs throw it left corner to a jabbing Trey Johnson. Left block into Regneris, backs down his defender, goes up and scores. What a move by Regneris to tie us at 10. 6:40 to go in the second.
Yeah, fantastic move. Nice power dribble, able to get himself from the left block to the right block. All he had to do was go up and finger roll it in. A nice move from him.
Molnix drives to the basket, rattles one out from the right block. Rebound taken down by Regneris, and Braden Gable will start the Grandville attack. Throws it right corner, nearly out of the reach, but settled down by Johnson. Launches a long three. Good! Over top of Bender. Grandville on top, 13-10. Nothing but net from the right corner. Left corner, Bender thought about trying to answer. Drives left baseline, gave it to Henry. The lefty jabs and works on an angle. Lost it down low, last touched by Cam Regneris. He doesn't like the call, saying it was last off of Henry. Nick Fox will take a seat. Gavin Hurst, senior guard, checks in. We're seeing the depth of that Coach Visser rotation certainly out for Caledonia. 13-10 Grandville, 6:07 to go in the second. Left corner, here's McKenzie. Defended by Braden Gable. Takes it out behind the arc left wing. Fed it free throw line to Bender. Poked away. Secured by McKenzie on the second effort. Underhand feed for the driving Henry. To the basket. Right hand shot. Good, and a foul. Nick Henry definitely leading the way offensively for Caledonia. He can tie it at the line here. 5:56 to go in the second. 13-12. Haight will take a seat as Tyson Mann will come on. The foul is on Regneris. His first and the team's fifth, but Nick Henry inside and out really leading the offense for Caledonia right now.
Yeah, 8 points for Henry. Again, able to put the ball on the deck. Regneris tried to block that one, but able to knock the arms, but got the foul.
Lefty unable to knock down the free throw. Grandville stays up one. Right wing Trey Johnson will work it around left wing to Coochie. Top of the key, Tyson Mann drives inside, poked away from behind. Henry fed it on to the driving Molnix, takes it to the basket, hesitates midair, lets a leaping Braden Gable go by him. Shot misses strong. Fight for the board down low, and a foul called against the Fighting Scots. Great job by Grandville getting back defensively after the turnover, and they'll take over as they also force a foul against Gavin Hurst in that. 1-2-2, three-quarter court trap comes on as Gable gives it back on to Coochie. Left side to Tyson Mann in the backcourt. Splits the double team. Gave it on to Coochie, still in the backcourt. Coochie able to blow by a couple of defenders, get over the timeline, feed it left wing to Johnson. Skips it, left block Regnaris, turning, working, right-hand shot, rattles home. Cam Regnaris, another good move from the sophomore. Grandville by 3, 15-12, 5:15 to go in the second. Right wing Hurst drives free throw line, defended by Coochie. Jump pass, left corner Molnix. Underhand feed, top of the key to McKenzie. Stutter step, blows down the left side of the lane, fed it free throw line to Henry. Drives right block, hook shot, no good, too short. Leaping rebound to Tyson Mann. Bulldogs gonna run with it. Mann outlets it on to Johnson, ducks the head past the defender. Reverse layup, good. 17-12 Grandville, 4:45 and less to go in the second. Grandville grinding defense, pushing the pace on offense. Right now, been a good offensive and defensive plan.
Yeah, and a nice 2-on-1 executed in the fast break. Tyson Mann able to skip a pass past the defender to Trey Johns for the lay-in.
Down low, Molnix takes it to the basket. Two-hand feed too short, but a foul is called. Fouls on Tyson Mann. His first in the team 6. 6 fouls against Grandville, but pretty much every foul has been against someone new, so they're fighting off the foul trouble because of that right now. Keep an eye out for that Lakeshore Sewing threading the needle assist to the game, and as the first free throw is too short from Molnix, certainly looking at a good contender on that last 2-on-1 as Mann was able to feed Trey Johnson. Nick Fox and Camden Raffler will check in here for McKenzie and Bender on the Caledonia side. One of the smaller units we've seen for Caledonia so far in the game. Molnix second free throw, too strong, goes 0 for 2. Rebound secured by a pair of Bulldogs. It's Johnson last on it, gave it on here to Gable, and the Bulldogs attack before the press can get set up. Gable all the way to the basket, fading shot, short but a foul call as he got hacked across the arm, and Braden Gable will go to the line and shoot 2 here for the Bulldogs. 4:23 to go in the second. Second foul on Raffler, and now 6 fouls on either team. 17-12 Grandville. Gable to the line, but a good run the last few minutes here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, starting to find some more consistency offensively. Braden Gable now 4 points. I think still that's something the Bulldogs offense could use more of, is him just driving into the lane. He doesn't always have to look to score the basketball. Just I think that creates a lot more for this offense.
Gable, as always, works quickly at the line, able to nail the first pure, too strong on the second, and Caledonia will take it up as it's an 18-12 Grandville lead. Just about to the halfway point of the second quarter. Nice tic-tac-toe feed onto the driving Bender, but it's blocked away from behind by Cam Regnaris again, and Caledonia will keep it again. I mean, he's going to be working on easily double-digit blocks, maybe in the first half, but certainly for the game. This has been probably the best game of the year for Cam Regnaris so far. Fox to throw it in right side of the baseline. Right corner for Molnix. Up top to Hurst. Right wing Raffler. Raffler into a double-team trap, feeds it right wing for Molnix. Starts a left-hand dribble, picks it back up, fed top of the key. Fox, quick tic-tac-toe feed over the head of Henry. Picked off by Johnson. The Bulldogs have got it over the timeline with Trey Johnson. Skip feed down left block to Regnaris. Poked away, but a foul called as Henry got a piece of Regnaris along with the ball, knocking that one free. 3:52 to go second.
Able to make something happen. This time Henry had to try to reach around, prevent the ball from getting in there, and committed the foul.
Free throw too strong. Ball wildly into the corner. Knocked out of bounds, and I think it's going to be last off of Caledonia. Grandville will keep it. They will. Far side, left corner inbound coming up here for the Bulldogs as it battered around in both directions. Last touch by Caledonia in the fight for the board, so Grandville keeps it down low in the left corner. Devin Coochie to throw it in. 3:49 to go in the second. Skip feed down low to Trey Johnson, takes it all the way out left wing and fed it top of the key in front of the timeline to Braden Gable. Yo-yoing it top of the key. Feeds it left wing to Devin Coochie. Two-hand skip feed left block to Regnaris. Turning and working. Power dribble. Spin move. Right-hand shot blocked away by Henry. Rebound ripped down by Hurst. Caledonia going to run with it. Hurst feeds it on to Molnix. Molnix skip feed right block to Raffler. Up fake. Back up top for Molnix. Molnix defended by Gable. Left wing for Hurst. Hurst driving, spinning on man, lost the handle, into the key, on the floor. Regnerus tried to feed a skipper on the Braden Gable that just eludes him, and it rolls out of bounds on the right side. Caledonia will keep it here. Bench to match that deep Caledonia bench. Raffler in the left wing to the final 3:05 of the second. 18-12 Grandville. Top of the key, McKenzie. McKenzie bounces around a hard screen set by Henry. Top of the key for Hurst. Starts a right-hand dribble and pushes it chest to chest on to McKenzie. McKenzie left wing for Raffler with a high feed. Raffler drives, fakes on an angle. No look feed out to the right wing, able to roll on here to McKenzie. He'll start up his offense. McKenzie down the middle of the lane, tries to fire an overhead pass back to the right side that's stolen away by Braden Gable. Bulldogs have had it. No look feed left corner for Trey Johnson. Launches a triple over top of Hurst. No good front iron, but a foul called. Hurst, I should say, closed out hard. Johnson sent down to the floor. It'll be 3 at the line coming up here for Trey Johnson. 2 fouls now on Hurst, 8 on Caledonia. 2:32 to go in the second. 18-12 Grandville. Remains a definitely grinded out contest into the second quarter.
On the 3, you could see Trey Johnson. Initially, Hurst was playing back, and Johnson was just there stuttering, thinking about it. Had to think twice before he put that shot up because he had a little bit more separation. I think he even realized. Eventually got the shot up, and then the late closeout led to the foul.
First free throw good, second free throw too short. Bender checks in, and DeHorn checks back in for Caledonia as Henry and Hurst take a seat. 2.5 to go, second quarter. One more coming up for Trey Johnson. Number 21 white, Johnson bends the knees, flicks it towards the basket with the right. Good. Hit that one right down the hatch pier. Grandville by 8, 20-12. Quentin Hendrickson kneels at the scorer's table. He'll come in here for the Bulldogs in a moment as we continue to see a different, deeper rotation from Coach Young tonight. Right side, Bender tries a long 2 over top of Regnerus. That one's strong. Regnerus races to the rebound on the right wing, and the Bulldogs give it on to Braden Gable to race up the floor. Behind the back dribble to stop. Stutter step, spin move, right elbow. Gable fading around a defender. Right-hand shot too strong. Rebound is secured by Gable in the left wing. Up top for Regnerus. Right wing, catch and shoot 3. Man, no good. Left iron. Leaping rebound to Bender, and Caledonia will set it up. 1:58 and less to go, second quarter. 20-12. Top of the key, McKenzie, defended by Tyson Mann. Down the left side, stutter step under a defender. Right-hand shot too strong. McKenzie grabs his own rebound, fed it on to the driving Raffler. He's sent down to the floor, just wildly flinging up a shot through some traffic. Braden Gable, not the biggest fan of the call as he was there defensively. Foul's going to be on Tyson Mann, his second, team 7th, and 2 at the line coming up for Camden Raffler, the senior guard. 1:46 to go in the second, 20-12. First free throw pure.
It's so difficult to get in the lane for an opposing team against this Bulldogs defense. McKenzie that time finally able to do so. Had a nice move to get there. Missed the shot, but able to follow it up, get his own rebound, keep the possession alive.
All right, one more at the line for Raffler, trying to go 2 of 2. Buries it pure. Able to hit them both. 20-14 Grandville to the final minute 45. Right corner, Trey Johnson toes the line. Now he'll launch a 3, but a whistle before he launched it. And we're going to get an explanation here from the official as he went to the scorer's table. I believe that they have the clock reset possibly. Johnson not happy because he had an open look. He was just about to launch. Bulldogs will keep it right corner with Johnson, who gave it in right wing here to Braden Gable. Gable, left wing for Cade Pilzik. Left corner for Hendrickson, who's out there. Left wing, Pilzik. Right wing for Gable. The Bulldogs working against a bit of a matchup zone here. Right block down low to Regnerus. Twisting and turning the ball away. Held ball is called in the alternating possession. Will go back the other way with Caledonia. Coach Young, though, arguing, saying they got the last one. And we're going to go to the officials here to see the correction made, if there will be one. 1:25 to go in the second. 20-14, the officials are going to talk about it. Sloppy couple of seconds here. I'm not 100% sure what's going on either, really.
Yeah, a bit of miscommunication. Trey Johnson, definitely the whistle right as he was going up with the shot there. It did look like the official was pointing up towards the scoreboard. Now, my memory, I thought the Scots did get the last possession.
Yeah,
but
I agree, I believe. And they're going to go over right now. They're talking to the Caledonia side at the scorer's table and getting their recollections on it. It's going to stay with Caledonia. Now, I'm trying to remember, the Bulldogs got, the Scots got the tie-up in the first, but it was in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs got it off the inbound of the second, I believe is what the decision is going to be. McKenzie drives, feeds it left block on a nice handoff to Henry, spins into the lane and scores. Peter Raffler behind that dribble right wing, defended by Hendrickson. Final 20 seconds. Scott's holding for the final shot, down 20-16. Hendrickson right wing, the 5-second clock is on. Now it's given left wing here to Fox. Right corner for Bender. Final 9 seconds. Right elbow onto a leaping Henry. Enters the lane. Left-hand shot blocked away by Regneris again. Tip for the rebound. Secured down low by Johnson. He'll fling it 3/4 of the court at the buzzer and miss it short. I'd want to hear the final total, but Regneris had to have been close to 8+ first half blocks. Incredible for the Bulldogs. And we got a first to 40 battle starting to develop here at Vanderslice Gymnasium. 20-16, Grandville at the half end. We'll welcome you in here to the Centennial Securities Halftime Show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. CT, I mean, we thought normally when West Ottawa comes to town, when you expect the most grinded out game of the year, well, we have seen everything in this one. In particular, anything related to a slow, methodical game on both ends. We've seen Caledonia mix up their defensive approaches, both three-quarter court, half-court zone looks, as well as their man-to-man defense. A little bit of everything. No one really able to find a good advantage, though.
Yeah, neither team really got into a great rhythm offensively. Both teams, the Bulldogs with a traditional man-to-man defense, really limited what the Scots were able to do there for most of that second quarter. And then, as you mentioned, the Scots defensively able to mix it up enough to try and slow the Bulldogs down and keep pace.
All right, we're a quick step aside. We'll be right back here on the Centennial Securities Halftime Show. 20-16, Grandville over Caledonia at the half. We'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Weston Brook Mower has served the Holland and Greater Grand Rapids area for over 60 years with locations in Jenison and Holland. We carry lawn mowers, zero-turn mowers, string trimmers, leaf blowers, snow blowers, log splitters, generators, chainsaws, tillers, power washers, and much more. From your favorite brands of Toro, Aaron, Still, and Echo. Plus, we have a full-service department to get your injured equipment back in the game. Check us out at westonbrookmower.com. Since 1932, Weller Auto Parts has been providing quality recycled, new, surplus, and remanufactured auto and light truck parts to the repair industry and to do-it-yourselfers. Weller provides exceptional service and a knowledge base second to none to ensure the right parts get delivered on time. Give them a call at 538-5000 or check out what they have at wellerauto.com. Auto Body Experts has been your trusted family-owned and operated collision repair facility since 1948. With locations in Hudsonville, Holland, Wayland, and Zeeland, they're sure that they can help with your repair needs. They offer free estimates and rental vehicles with collision repairs. Auto Body Experts believes in supporting the community and giving back, which is why each year we give back to the local businesses, children's activities, schools, and much more. Come find us and we'll take the stress away because we are the experts. Online at autobodyexperts.com.
Jerry opened the letter. An eviction notice? He and his family couldn't bear to move again. It was warm and they had plenty of space for their acorns. Anxiety took a hold of him. Then suddenly,
you've got squirrels in your engine and they chew through the wiring.
And it was covered, thanks to a farmer's agent. Engine Bay Squatters, May 23rd, 2015. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today at 616-531-3441. Your local farmer's agent who helps you plan for the unexpected.
Hey, we get it. Right now, searching for the right college is a challenge. At Ferris State, we turn challenge into opportunity so that you don't have to put your life on hold. Study in person, online, or both, whatever's right for you. Our virtual admissions tools let you connect, explore, and enroll. Ferris State University, we're ready when you are to help you move Ferris forward. Go to ferris.edu/now to apply free.
Hey, this is Carl Paganelli, West Michigan NFL official. Please join me in supporting Faith Hospice by buying a raffle ticket for Super Bowl 56 on February 13, 2022 in Los Angeles. Tickets are $100 each, and the prize includes 2 Super Bowl tickets, overnight accommodations, and $1,000 towards airfare. To buy tickets, call 616-398-6600. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Visit Faith Hospice website at www.faithhospicecare.org for more details and to read our family story. Thank you again.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, compassionate, and innovative. Excellence has a new name. University of Michigan Health West. More at uofmhealthwest.org.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Bowling Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit bowlingwarehouse.com, Grand Rapids, to reserve your lanes.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
And welcome back here to Vanderslice Gymnasium. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, center court. They just Wood TV 8 was here as they were providing a banner for the Grandville community that they won the Frenzy tailgate drive food drive that they did this fall. So the Bulldogs champions of that this fall with this community and leading this one at the half, 20-16 right now over Grandville Caledonia. The boys side CT. I mean, just tough, grinded out game. One thing I do think, and we'll talk about this in the keys to the game and some of the adjustments as well, I think we just saw Caledonia start to reach into their bag of tricks a little bit in terms of the three-quarter court zone presses, the half-court zone trapping defenses. They bring a lot of unique looks to the table that a lot of other teams don't run, and we started to see it down towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, a team that doesn't run zone necessarily like what West Ottawa does, but definitely have some things that they can mix in for the most part in the half. I think you can see the Bulldogs have to slow down and think a little bit more about the offensive set that they were getting into. I expect to see some more of that there in the second half, and as more with the trapping as well, whether that's that three-quarter trap that we've seen a little bit from them. I think trying to force some of the Bulldogs ball handlers into some mistakes as well. Yeah, in the full court or in the three-quarter court, they're running mostly a 1-2-2 type variety zone. And then the half court, they're using really kind of a 3-2 trap that almost acts as a 1-2-2 type defense and how they pull it out and utilize it in the trap. CT, I'll give it back over to you as we continue on the Centennial Securities halftime show. Take us through our scoring from that first half. Yeah, for the Fighting Scots, leading all scorers, Nick Henry, 10 points, 4 points for Raffler, 2 for Bender. For the Bulldogs, it was Trey Johnson leading the way, 7 points. 4 points apiece for Cam Regneris and Braden Gable, 3 for Devin Cucci, and then 1 point for Tyson Mann and 1 point for Corbin Heckman.
And not listed, I would want to see the official total. We don't have that on us, but Cam Regneris probably 6, 7, 8 blocks in that first half. One of his more complete games on both ends I think we've seen in terms of some of the offensive moves he's been putting on, as well as the great rim protection that he's provided going up against that big matchup against Henry.
Yeah, he's needed to have a big first half, and he did so. I think you saw in the first quarter a little bit, getting his feet wet in this matchup, so to speak. Henry had the best of him a couple times, got a couple drives to the basket. That's going to be a tough matchup for anybody, but then in the second quarter, you saw Regneris able to get a couple strong possessions, went up strong with the basketball, able to convert on a couple lay-ins, and defensively just always seems to be in the right spot. I mean, he always is in the right spot to help whenever someone gets beat off the dribble. He's there to block and also does a good job of holding his own in that painted area.
When someone you love needs help, your life is never simple. Healthcare Associates and community caregivers provide services for medically fragile children, elderly grandparents, dementia patients.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher.
And welcome back here. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timber with you. Thanks for tuning into our Centennial Securities halftime show. 20-16, Grandville over Caledonia on the boys' side of the half. And we are ready to roll with the second half of play. Right now, right to left, home white jerseys. Grandville will open things up. Caledonia in their traveling purples. White numbers, lettering, and trimming on that side. Grandville, the lettering, trimming, numbering, everything in maroon. Nice feed. Gable hits a cutting Trey Johnson, who takes it to the back basket, clutches, and scores high off the window of the right. 22-6. Mason McKenzie, left wing for Nick Henry. Up top, it's a cutting Mulnix, drives to the basket, underhand flick shot, too strong off the window, and Braden Gable goes 4 rows up trying to save the ball in bounds, but it crashed out before he was able to do so, and Caledonia will keep it left side of the front court. 7:32 to go, third quarter. 22-16 Grandville. Fox to throw it in, number 10 in purple. Lobs up top from Mulnix, defended by Tyson Mann, bounces around a screen right corner. Gets picked up by Regneris. Now Mann back onto him, right side to Henry. Henry, left wing Fox, swings it left corner to Bender. Head fake, drive, mid-range Jay, rattles out. Rebound taken down by Gable. Bulldogs will take it up right to left. First 45 seconds of the third gone. Braden Gable, 22-16 Grandville. Gable, screen set by Regneris, goes around it, gave it back to Regneris, right wing, now left wing for Cucci. Cucci stops up right wing, feeds it left wing to Gable, bounces around a hard screen, drives, lost it down low, last touched by McKenzie. Bulldogs will keep it along the baseline. 6:58 to go in the third, 22-16. Patient offense here for the Bulldogs as Mann throws it in right corner to Regneris, right wing for Gable, back right corner Mann, catch and shoot 3 over top of Mulnix, too strong, rebound down to Cucci. Bulldogs keep it, left corner, Johnson head fake, drives baseline, jump pass, top of the key, catch and shoot 3, Mann, too strong, back iron, rebound, bats around, and Bender picks it up for Caledonia, who will run it on here to McKenzie up the right side of the floor. Right wing defended by Gable, stutter step behind the back dribble. McKenzie curls in, fader in the lane, good. Mason McKenzie taking on Gable alone and scoring. 22-18, Bulldogs, 6.5 to go in the third. Gable drives, spins into the lane, hands it off for Regneris, clutches, can't score the first, grabs a rebound, fader too strong, and the rebound ripped down by McKenzie. He'll run with it for Caledonia, splitting 2 defenders to Fox right baseline. Takes it out behind the arc, picks up the dribble. Fox spinning and working, defended by Cucci. Right wing for Henry, loosely watched by Regneris. Top of the key for McKenzie. Starts a right-hand dribble behind the back. McKenzie with it. Left-hand feed, left corner for Bender. Free throw line for Henry, bouncing into the lane. Left block, clutches, blocked away Regneris. One more chance, right-hand shot, too strong. Rebound down, and a foul on the floor against the Bulldogs. 5:45 to go third quarter, 22-18. Another long grinding possession that's continuing to open this third quarter.
Yeah, it's more great defense from Cam Regneris. Matched up, Henry had the ball down low. He was able to hold his own there and go up, block the shot once. Henry able to get the offensive rebound. Regneris still able to contest it.
Fouls on Johnson, his second, team's first. He'll take a seat as Heckman comes on in his place. Mulnix racing around right corner. Drives baseline, two-hand feed, too strong. Some late pressure was there from Tyson Mann. Mann rips down the rebound and races the length of the floor. Euro step, left-hand shot, good. Tyson Mann, coast to coast. A Euro and a finish, 24-18 Grandville. Mulnix back the other way. Top of the key of McKenzie. Drives left baseline, jump stop, left-hand shot, blocked away, and a foul call against Braden Gable. 5:24 to go in the third, 24-18. Second foul on the Bulldogs, and that is going to be foul number 2 on Braden Gable. But going back one play, man, coast to coast, quite the job to really cause the defensive play, grab the rebound, and then score at the other end.
Yeah, a lot of times You don't necessarily want, it was a 1-on-3, Tyson Mann, the only Bulldog rushing up the court, and a lot of times you pull that ball out and try to save your offensive possession, but Tyson Mann able to trust his ability to get to the basket and finish and get the points.
First free throw good for McKenzie. He'll get one more and buries that one right down the hatch. Pierre goes 2 for 2, 24-20 game. Elijah Holt checks in for the first time, and here comes that 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap. Cucci, right side, swings it on to Gable. Gable, jump pass over the timeline ahead of Cucci. He's able to race to it. Underhand feed left wing for Regneris. Left corner, Cucci, all alone, tries another three. No good off the connector. Leaping rebound to Tyson Mann, who's fouled and sent down to the floor by Molnix. Check that, McKenzie on the foul. 5:07 to go, third quarter. Tyler Bird, 6'6 junior, checks in for the Fighting Scots as Bender takes a seat, but Tyson Mann been a wrecking crew. Second foul on McKenzie, first on the team in the third quarter. 5:07 to go in the third, 24-20. Mounted left corner, Mann tries a three. No good, too short. Rebound on a Heckman right block. Bulldogs continue the possession. Right wing for Regneris, holding the ball high, defended by Henry. Top of the key, Braden Gable. Around a screen, down the left side of the key. Fed it left corner to Heckman, stolen away by Bird. Given over the timeline to Elijah Holt. Holt all the way to the basket. Blocked away hard from behind by Tyson Mann. Rebound to Cucci. Bulldogs run the floor. Up top for Gable. Gable, left corner, Heckman drives left baseline, stops at the block, up top, catch and shoot three. Gable rattles out, rebound down to Bird, in the Fighting Scots will run with it again. Elijah Holt forces a pass down low that's tipped around a couple of times and stolen away by Tyson Mann. Bulldogs will settle down with Braden Gable, top of the key, 4:20 to go, third quarter. Regneris hands it off top of the key to Mann, fakes and drives, takes it to the basket, right-hand shot blocked by Bird, grabbed his own rebound, worked around, top of the key, Regneris tries a three, too short, leaping rebound to Elijah Holt, and again, no chance to catch your breath right now as both teams going up and down. Now Holt will set up the offense, right wing for McKenzie. 4 minutes gone, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. McKenzie drives, head fake, able to let Gable slip by him and scores with the right hand, 24-22. The trap will come out to the three-quarter court again as Caledonia is within 2. Gable, no-look feed well over the head of Tyson Mann. Got a little bit antsy with that one, and the Bulldogs steal it back away from Bird, who was trying to drive. It was Cucci taking away. Gave it on left block to Heckman. Heckman feeds a driving Regneris, takes it to the basket, lays it on the rim, does a 360 and goes down. Grandville back up by 4, 26-22 with 3:20 to go in the third. McKenzie, right wing, defended by Gable, drives, fader from 8 feet, no good, rattles out, rebound down to Bird, whips up a shot, held the ball, is called, alternating possession stays with Caledonia, 3:14 to go in the third, 26-22. Raffler, DeHorn check in for Caledonia. Cucci and Mann take a seat for the Bulldogs as it'll be Ryder Haight coming on the floor along with Trey Johnson after a short break. Caledonia keeps it down low. They'll stand on the in-between. The G&S in Bulldogs to throw it in as Holt gave it right wing to Raffler. Raffler hands it out right corner for Henry. Henry backing down, spin move, right block, up fake, right hand, scoop shot too short, grabs his own rebound, knocked out of bounds last off as it was guided out by Henry, and the Bulldogs take back over. Henry does not like that call as the Dogs take over. 3:02 to go third quarter, 26-22, and the Bulldogs will get ready to set up against the trap here.
Yeah, Henry again trying to go to work down low, matched up against Regneris. Pretty good spin move to get his momentum going that way, but Regneris again holding his ground, forcing Henry to have to fade away at the last second from the basket and force the miss.
Haight top of the key, driving, hands it out top of the key for Gable. Right corner for Ryder Haight. Haight up top for Johnson. Johnson up fake right wing for Ryder Haight. Haight skips it down right block to Regneris. Turning, working, power dribble, two-hand feed, blocked away, no foul call. Holt the rebound, he'll race up the left side of the floor. Angling up the floor, gave it down to a driving to Horn. Fader shot from the right block, no good. Rebound in rhythm, the Bird. His right-hand shot is too short. The rebound down to the Bulldogs and Regneris. Here comes Gable, pushes it right wing for Johnson. Trey Johnson spins, right block, bouncing with it, left wing, all alone. Ryder Haight three, no good, too short. Rebound down to Elijah Holt. Holt's been everywhere since he's come on the floor for the Fighting Scots. 2:10 and less to go in the third, 26-22. Right wing Henry, the lefty, stutter step, Jump stop, right block, fed it on to the driving DeHorn. Regathers it, left block, fading shot, no good, high off the window. Rebound down to Heckman of the Bulldogs, and Braden Gable will take it. Final 2 minutes of the third. Gable to the basket, whips the hands free, underhand, right-hand layup. Too short, rebound taken down by the Fighting Scots and Raffler, who will run the floor. Gave it to Holt, back on right corner, Raffler. Jabs and works, right wing, backing down, and hands it off to the right corner for Henry, and a timeout from the Caledonia bench. 1:38 to go, third quarter, 26-22 in the third. We'll be right back here from Grandville.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
Welcome back to Caledonia. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. 1:38 to go in the third, 26-22 Grandville. Things have ground down quite a bit more in the second half, CT. Interestingly, the Caledonia trap really has changed the game when they've gone to that three-quarter court 2-2-1 trapping defense, or 1-2-2 trapping defensive setup, and it's been interesting because they haven't forced steals really yet, which is kind of one mistake from Braden Gable, but it's changed the game and really kind of altered what the Bulldogs' offense has been able to look like, and they just have seemed rushed, even though they haven't been stopped in the backcourt so far. I'll let you elaborate on that in a minute, but Caledonia's got it down to the left block here to Bird. Big head fake, jump stop, leans into Heckman, lobs one up wildly, or leans into Johnson, and fires up a right-hand shot. That one rattles around and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Caledonia. The Bulldogs will take back over. 1:23 to go in the third, 26-22, but as they get ready to set up the trap, talk a little bit about what that trap has done to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it just messes up the timing a little bit for the Bulldogs when they're trying to bring the ball up the court, forces them to have to set up the press break. Not necessarily meant to be an on-ball pressure defense where they're going to get a lot of breakaway steals, but just forces the tempo to be different for the Bulldogs.
And talk about forcing the tempo. They were trying to get it over that whole time you were talking, and they're just a little late. Ryder Haight finally gets over the timeline up the left side, but as he does so, that 10-second clock comes out, so there is a turnover that is forced by the trap, because the Bulldogs got a little lackadaisical, I think, on that last time, passing it back and forth. Henry to the right corner, defended by Devin Cucci. Now on the switch, Ragnaris picks him up. Henry bounces down the right block, up fake, two-hand feed, too strong, off the window hard, but a foul called, and Nick Henry will go to the line and shoot two for Caledonia here. 59 seconds exactly to go, third quarter, 26-22. Second foul on Ragnaris, third on the team. I mean, there's pretty much two fouls across the board from the Bulldogs. They've done a good job of keeping all those fouls spread out. Henry will go to the line. The 6'7" lefty bends it. Left hand free throw is too strong. He puts that ball up as he hinges the left elbow from in front of his face, and he'll get one more at the line here. Henry, number 14 in purple, been leading the offensive attack for the Scots tonight, as one more here. Bulldogs by 4. We'll see if he can bring within one score. Left-hand free throw, too strong, and the rebound is secured on a second effort by Devin Cucci. Bulldogs will take it here with Braden Gable. And a timeout is called by the official behind the play as they're going to talk about something here. Looks like it is Nick Bender that's being told to go back to the bench. I don't know if he has a jersey issue, some blood maybe on. He right here and will be forced to take a seat. Tyler Bird will come in his place, inbound into the backcourt to Braden Gable. And out of that, Caledonia will go back to a man-to-man defensive setup here. Dropped off right wing for Mann, throws it left wing to Johnson, fakes a three, gave it off left corner to Braden Gable, bounces around a screen, step back three over top of Raffler, pure! Braden Gable knocking it down on a step back move, 29-22 Bulldogs, final 30 seconds of the third.
Able to get the Fighting Scots go underneath the screen, Gable makes pay for it.
Raffler drives on the other side and able to force it up good off the window down low. 29-24. Gable will run the floor. No look feed, top of the key. Cucci. No looks at left corner to Johnson. Johnson jabs, launches a three. No good, front iron in the corner. The rebound settled down here by DeHorn. He nearly stepped out of bounds as Holt will take it. Final 6 seconds of the third. 29-24 Grandville. Holt stops, spins, blocked away by Ragnaris in the lane. Rebound to Cucci. Flung up a half-court shot, got hacked across the arm. No foul called. And as the boos rain out, that is how the third quarter will come to a close. 29-24 Grandville after 3. We'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Weston Brook Mower has served the Holland and Greater Grand Rapids area for over 60 years with locations in Jenison and Holland. We carry lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, string trimmers, leaf blowers, snow blowers, log splitters, generators, chainsaws, tillers, power washers, and much more. From your favorite brands of Toro, Aaron, Still, and Echo. Plus, we have a full service department to get your injured equipment back in the game. Check us out at westonbrookmower.com.
And welcome back to Grandville. Nate Jar, Chandler Timmer with you. CT, final 8 minutes, 29-24. And it's a race to 40. Can you call it a race? It's a walking race, one of those Olympic walking races to 40 right now in this one.
Yeah, definitely scoring still at a premium. The Bulldogs there in the third quarter had a lot of open looks from three. We're not shooting a high percentage from deep. Braden Gable there towards the end of the third quarter finally able to knock one down. The Bulldogs still were able to extend their lead there in that third quarter, which is something that's been big for them in the second half.
All right, right to left, the Bulldogs will get the ball to open up the final quarter of play with that 5-point 29-24 lead. Left wing, Cucci skips it down left block to Regner. Spins up top for Braden Gable. Gable splits two defenders, got tied up, and a held ball is called. Alternating possession goes back the other way with Caledonia. He kind of walked into that trap and gave it up to the Fighting Scots because of it. 7:46 to go in the final quarter, 29-24. Big one here for the Bulldogs. We'll see if they can pick up a late win, something they've kind of struggled with throughout the years, winning these close ones, hence why they're 2-4. Instead of, frankly, maybe 5-1 through the first run so far in conference play. Henry angles in, left hand will deem it a shot, is out of bounds, and a foul was called on it. And Caledonia will go to the line here with Henry. You can see Coach Young out on the floor, motioning that left hand, saying that's a pass, which it kind of looked to be, but it's going to be deemed to have been a shot. Maybe not. I spoke too soon. They are going to call the foul on the floor. It's 2 fouls on Devin Cucci, 4 on the Bulldogs. 7:35 to go in the fourth, 29-24. Left side of the key. It'll be Nick Fox to throw it in here for the Scots. Fox, left corner, Molnix. Left wing for McKenzie. Defended by Gable. Enters the lane. Down the left side. Fed it right corner. Bender all alone. Tries a three. No good. Front iron. Rebound is poked around a couple of times and settled down by McKenzie. Left corner to Molnix. To a leaping McKenzie left wing. Angles into the lane. Crosses over. Switches hands. Right hand shot. Blocked away by Regneris. Out of bounds. Last touch by Regneris. But Cam is up to like 12, 13 blocks at this point in time. Coach Young not happy with the end result of that play. I think he thought it was last touch by the Fighting Scots as Fox will throw it in left corner to Molnix. Molnix rocking it up top to the right wing for Henry. Starts a right-hand dribble. Gets Fox curling behind him and hands it off. Fox enters the lane. Enters the three-point arc and drops it out right corner into a trap for McKenzie. Mason McKenzie works baseline. Left side, catch and shoot three. Molnix, no good front iron. Leaping rebound by Regneris on to Braden Gable, and he'll run with it. Final 6:50 of the final quarter. 29-24. Left corner, Trey Johnson. Jabs, angles to the basket, floater. Too strong. And the rebound is secured by Ryder Haight. He's able to dribble it out of there up top for Regneris. Right wing for Braden Gable. Bulldogs playing a 5-out offense right now for the most part. Now they'll pull a couple of guys in and get things set up. Gable, left wing, bounces around a hard screen set by Regneris. Pull up Jay, right elbow, misses everything short by about a foot. Bender the rebound down here to Molnix. Final 6:20 of the fourth, 29-24. Maybe it's going to be a raise to 30. Left wing, Henry tries a three. No good, too strong. The rebound to Molnix. Left over top, I hate to grab it. Left wing for Fox. Stutter step, angle drive. Underhand feed, left corner to Henry. Drives, offensive foul is called. It's Devin Cucci going down to the floor against the spin move and drawing the charge. And the Bulldogs take back over. 6:06 to go, fourth quarter. 29-24. Second team foul on the Scots and the third on Henry.
Just, again, great defensive awareness from Devin Cucci, something we've seen throughout his whole career here with the Bulldogs, but able to see that Henry loves to go strong to the dribble and baseline off that spin move, gets there first and draws the charge.
Man in for Haight, and a foul was called right corner against McKenzie as he was locking up Cam Regneris. 6:02 to go in the fourth, 29-24. Third on the team, and now 3 on McKenzie. So suddenly, both McKenzie and Henry, who have been probably the main 2 ball handlers and key offensive pegs for this Caledonia attack, in foul trouble. Lobbed into the backcourt with McKenzie shadowing Braden Gable. Gable able to settle down, race over the right side of the timeline, and set up the offense top of the key in between the rings. Right wing to Cucci. Left wing Gable. Head fake. Bounces around a Cucci screen. Fed it back on to Cucci. Swung left corner to Mann. Skips it down left block to Regneris, but it tipped off the foot of Mulniks. Bulldogs keep it along the baseline. 5:43 to go fourth quarter. 29-24. Left side of the key. It'll be Braden Gable throw it in here for the Bulldogs. Gable getting some motion going. Left wing Johnson all alone. Tries a 3. No good. Back iron. Leaping rebound to Henry. Fighting Scots will set it up here with Mason McKenzie. McKenzie, right wing, drives, spins, enters the lane, floater, good with the left. Nice move by McKenzie, down hard inside. 5.5 to go in the fourth, 29-26. Now Gable races the other way, got tripped up, lost the handle, no foul called, and Fox takes it on for Caledonia. No-look feed to the corner, out of the reach of McKenzie. Grandville takes back over. Hungerford will check in here for the Bulldogs. It'll be Braden Gable taking a seat. 5:17 to go in the fourth, 29-26. Grandville.
Mason McKenzie for the Fighting Scots has come on strong here in the second half. The leading scorer still for the Scots, Nick Henry with 10, but he has not scored in the second half. McKenzie starting to find a rhythm getting into the lane there and converting some tough shots.
Both point guards off right now as McKenzie and Gable each take a seat. Raffler, Hungerford, as I mentioned, came in for the respective teams. Left side, Trey Johnson drives the baseline, spins into the lane, fader, no good, too strong, grabs his own rebound, and Johnson takes it out behind the arc, toes the line, fires it right wing, worked around left side. Hungerford all alone tries a 3, too strong off the connector. Johnson sent down to the floor, no foul called. Mulniks rips down the rebound, skips it on to Fox, reverse layup too short, rebound on to Tyson Mann. Now Grandville will run with it, right side to Johnson. Johnson, Euros, right hand floater, too short, tip job will not go for Mann. Second effort goes home. Trey Johnson able to get another follow and finish. 31-26, Grandville by 5 to the final 4.5 of the fourth. Mulniks left side to Raffler, left corner, Bender tries a 3, blocked away by Johnson. Rebound taken by Regneris. Out of the trap, gave it on to Hungerford. Hungerford races, fed it on to Mann, to the basket, underhand layup, blocked away at the hoop. Rebound taken down by Mulniks. He'll run with it. Liam Mulniks tries to feed it left side, but he was grabbed and fouled, and Trey Johnson comes out patting his head. He wants a substitution with some of the running that's been going on the last few possessions. 4:10 to go in the fourth, 31-26. Things getting manic and frantic into the final moments.
Yeah, going back and forth. Not a bad foul from Devin Cucci as Mulniks was going down the lane that time in transition, looking to convert there, able to just reach in and poke it free, but both sides now going back and forth.
It's Gable in for Johnson. Holt comes in on the other side. Left corner, here's McKenzie. Angles into the lane, handoff, top of the key. Henry drives to the basket. Left-hand shot, spins home. Henry able to score over top of Regneris, 31-28. The Scots back within a score inside the final 4 of the fourth. First to 40 almost seems out of the question now. Left corner for Hungerford. Up top, Cucci swung it on to Regneris. Right wing Mann. Stutter steps and works. Back up top for Hungerford. For Regneris, then Hungerford. Left corner, Cucci drives down, left block on to Regneris. Power dribble, left corner to Hungerford, or to Cucci. Works across the floor, right corner, Mann. Launching a 3, buries it. Right corner, Tyson Mann. 34-28 Grandville. 3:25 to go in the fourth. McKenzie drives the basket, left-hand scoop, good. What a move by McKenzie, attacking off the bounce. He gets 2 back, 34-30 with 3:15 to go in the fourth. Full court press comes on, and a timeout called by Coach Young as his team was not ready to attack that trapping press there. 3:11 to go fourth quarter, 34-30 Grandville. Great things come from Jets. Detroit style is one of them. Shaped by the steel pans, inspired by the Motor City, and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch, then top of premium mozzarella, fresh topping, and of course, Mama Jet's secret sauce. Jets is Detroit style pizza. Want Detroit style proof? Get their large, perfectly paired pepperoni pizza with bold and traditional pepperoni for just $12.99. Visit their Jenison location on Baldwin Street. Jets, better because it has to be. All right, restarting the game, 3:11 to go, fourth quarter, 34-30. Grandville over Caledonia. But yeah, things getting a lot more frantic in the last few moments here, CT. But just 3:11 to go, so for Grandville, things are kind of flipping. Granville's been the one maybe pushing the pace, Caledonia slowing it down. I think we may see that flip a little bit as Granville's going to try to take some time off the clock.
Yeah, try to eat into that time just a little bit. Try to manipulate a couple possessions here, get a couple open looks. Big three just a minute ago from Tyson Mann.
Yep.
Able to finally knock down a three, had multiple open looks. Hadn't been shooting a great percentage here tonight, but stuck with it, had the confidence to shoot the shot when it was open, and makes a big one for his team right there.
Jim's starting to fill in throughout the night, especially Grandville student section filling in a little bit. Energy coming up, and we should have a good finish here. 3:11 to go, fourth. Cucci lobs it over the timeline to Gable. Gable all the way to the basket, right-hand shot blocked away by Henry, but a foul called. Caledonia, it's been that playing off you three-quarter court trap, now a very physical, in-your-face, full court trap they've gone to, but Gable will go to the line and shoot two here. That's the fourth. There's Gable at the line, pounds the rock, bends the knees, right-hand free throw, too strong. Foul trouble continues into a second straight game for the Bulldogs right now. Tyler, sit Henry down for a few moments. One more for Gable, bends the knees, right-hand free throw, missed it too strong. Rebound to Bender. Remains a 4-point game inside 3 minutes to go now. McKenzie right wing defended by Cucci. Getting some motion going. McKenzie drives, cut off at the block, dumps it down low for Bender. Reverse layup, good. Caledonia within 2, 34-32. Cucci right side. Full court man, pressure on Cucci. Blows over the timeline. Left-hand dribble. In between the rings, hands it off for Hungerford. Right side, Gable, nearly stolen away by McKenzie. Right corner, man, catch and shoot three. No good, too strong. Rebound to McKenzie. Caledonia can tie or take the lead here. 2.5 to go, fourth quarter. McKenzie skips it right corner on a Grandville. Will not take back over. They're going to say it was last deflected out by the Bulldogs, and Caledonia keeps it down low. Hungerford takes a seat as Johnson comes on. Also, Henry will check back in here. Lobbed into the left wing for McKenzie. 2.5 to go, fourth quarter. 34-32 Grandville. McKenzie bouncing in against Cucci. Right corner, Raffler. Up fake, drives baseline, skip feed, left corner. McKenzie, three for the lead, pure. Caledonia takes the lead, and a timeout for the Fighting Scott bench. 35-34 Caledonia. 2:15 to go in the fourth. When it comes to your home parking lot and roads, you want a smooth, safe, and attractive surface for walking, playing, parking, and driving. Trust the professionals at Bruce's Blacktop with over 30 years of experience to get the job done right. They love what they do and can help with any premier asphalt and blacktop service, residential or commercial. Check them out online at Bruce's Blacktop LLC.com. Well, you see the importance of free throws. Couple missed ones. Long possession continued as they kept a ball that was deflected out of bounds, and they turned it into a lead, and now the final 2:15 feels a lot different.
Yeah, well, it's starting to become from game to game to struggle to shoot a high percentage from the free throw line, but what a revelation Mason McKenzie's been for the Fighting Scots here in the second half. He's got 13 points now, just knocked down that three. I think he's really been huge for the Fighting Scots in the second half. His ability to get in the lane, he's had a lot of points in the painted area, but that time this previous possession was able to kick it out, then find himself some space out in the corner, knock down the three-point shot.
In particular, impressive with the foul trouble that Henry's dealing with 4 against, so it's given them a good second option, and with that slashing guard really has changed their attack, as you were mentioning. Full court press comes on, inbound along the baseline to Mann, skips it hard back on to Cucci. Cucci tries to throw it over the timeline, knocked away from behind by Bender. That one goes sliding out of bounds, and Grandville will keep it at center court. 2:11 to go, fourth quarter, 35-34, Caledonia the lead. They haven't held the lead going back to early in the first half. Cucci lobs it up to Gable, jumped up, stolen away as McKenzie batted it on to Raffler. Bulldogs really struggling with the pressure right now. Holt top of the key, fires it right wing to McKenzie, pressured all over by Cucci, and a foul is called as Cucci reached in. That'll be 4 on the Bulldogs senior. 1:59 to go second quarter, 35-34. 16 foul against the Bulldogs, and as I mentioned, 4 on Cucci, right side in front of his own bench. It'll be Elijah Holt, this 5'9 junior guard, to throw it in here for the Scots. Holt lobs it into the backcourt to McKenzie, nearly stolen away by Cucci, who's staying on him with the tight defense. McKenzie drives to the basket, underhand feed Henry, power dribble, up top for Holt. Holt hands it off, McKenzie right wing, jumped up, stolen away, foul called. The foul was not called on the initial poke. It was called as the bodies crashed together, and Cucci tried to run up the floor, and that'll do it for Devin Cucci's night. 1:47 to go, fourth quarter, 35-34 Caledonia. Also a 1-and-1 at the line for McKenzie. So it'll be Ryder Haight coming in here for Devin Cucci.
Yeah, we've seen Coach Young not afraid to ride with his guys when they're in some foul trouble here. Cucci just picking up 2 back-to-back. After he had that fourth one, you think maybe going to rotate in for Cucci, but he leaves him out there. Still had to play that great aggressive defense. Almost had the steal, but commits the foul, so now he's going to have to sit on the bench the rest of the way. We talked about foul trouble and how that was going to play into this game down the stretch.
Yep, first free throw, good for McKenzie. Spun it home, he'll get one more. Right-hand free throw, good. Hinge to the arms and knocks it down, 37-34. Fighting Scots by 3. Ryder Haight near side, right to left, blows over the timeline. Between the leg dribble, left wing, up top for Braden Gable. Coach Young setting up his offense. Gable runs to the right side. Now he'll direct some traffic with the left, dribbling in the right. Up top for Johnson, final minute 30. Caledonia by 3. Johnson behind the back dribble. Working around a screen, and an offensive timeout is called from Coach Young. 1:26 to go, fourth quarter, 37-34 Caledonia. At Barber Ford, it's their mission to be the automotive home of drivers in the Holland area, and they provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Speaking of new Ford models, you can have your pick of their showroom, as their local dealership keeps a great stock of used cars, trucks, and SUVs in inventory. With competitive pricing on every pre-owned model, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership in Holland. Find your next vehicle at barberford.net. Well, Chandler, Nate Driver, Chandler Timber with you, CT. It's a late January game, final game of the first half of the season between a team that's 1-5 and 2-4 in the conference, but we know the kind of games each played, and especially for the Bulldogs, finding a way to overcome the mistakes and win here feels really big despite what the game is.
Yeah, once again, the Bulldogs felt like they were in control for most of this one, had the lead up to right around 8 points at one point, but have controlled it most of the way, and once again, now find themselves down here in the closing stretch, only 5 points so far here in this fourth quarter. Again, just trying to find something, keep themselves in it, and now desperate for some points with only a minute 26 to go, but still it's still time to change the narrative here and finally get one and close the game out that they feel like they had.
All right, Ryder Haight will throw it in. Grandville will get a front court offensive inbound, trailing by 3, 37-34, with a minute 26 on the clock, fourth quarter. Haight to throw it in, right corner for Braden Gable. Gable drives baseline, behind the back dribble, right block, right wing now for Johnson. Up top for Braden Gable, final minute 20. Bulldogs down 3. Gable, right wing with it, defended by McKenzie. Up top for Johnson. Johnson left wing for Mann. Mann looks and drives, gave it top of the key to Regneris, swings it left wing for Haight. Haight jabs, drives, foul called on the floor against Raffler. That'll be the team's 5th. 1:03 to go, fourth quarter, 37-34 remains the Caledonia lead. 3 on Raffler. Gable will throw it in from along the baseline, stands on the end in Grandville. Make that the A in Grandville as he steps one to his right. Gable, left wing Johnson, nearly out of his reach, able to settle down, take it to the corner. Defended by Bender, skip feed, right block to Regneris, lowering the shoulder, right hand shot, too strong, rebound secured by Regneris, free throw line, left wing for Mann, drives, jump stop, left hand layup, too short, rebound is batted out, last touch by the Scots, Grandville will keep it. 48.6 on the clock, fourth quarter, 37-34, Coach Young wants another timeout, he'll get another timeout. DJ's Pizza Pub, located in beautiful downtown Hudsonville, serves a variety of outstanding pizzas, including Chicago-style deep dish, thin crust, and more, along with wings, salads, and subs. Dine in, carry out, or have it delivered. Call DJ's at 669-9550 or online at djspizzapub.com. Thanks, Securities. CT, another timeout, 48.6 on the clock. Grandville still down 3, but starting to fight the clock more and more as this possession lingers on.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have been able to maintain possession of the basketball, but still unable to score yet. Coach Young not happy with the end of that last possession. Now look down low potentially, try to get the 2 points, and then whether you have to foul the Scots on the other end or try to play it out and get a steal yet, that's still a possibility. But the Bulldogs are going to need to try to draw something up right here to get a score.
Absolutely. All right, 48.6 on the clock. 37-34, Caledonia by 3. You know, it would be a very very tough one to swallow for the Bulldogs if they don't find a way to win this one to close out the first half of the conference season. Bulldogs are off Tuesday. Conference season resumes again at home against Jenison next Friday, and they'd like to get a win. Left corner three, Tyson Mann rolls out. It was more down than out, but spins out. McKenzie the rebound. Trapped in the backcourt, and a foul against Trey Johnson. Timeout called by Caledonia before what could have been a Johnson foul right there. They kind of bailed out Trey Johnson, I think, because he was reaching in and kind of looking for the steal of the foul on that play. 39.3 on the clock, fourth quarter, 37-34. High Tone Cleaners with 2 locations in Jenison and Grandville, Wyoming, offer professional dry cleaning, laundering, bulk laundry service, shoe repair, and care, and they feature same-day service if you drop off before 9 a.m., even on Saturdays. High Tone also offers pickup and delivery, so check them out online at hightonecleaners.com for all the ways they can help make your laundry cleaning services easier. All right, just inside 40 seconds to go, and Grandville out of the timeout will get a chance to set up their defense as well as Caledonia set up their offense as the Bulldogs will bring full court pressure here.
Yeah, they were trying to bring some pressure off the miss a little bit. That's what forced Caledonia into a timeout. McKenzie had to take one there, try to prevent the 10-second call in the backcourt and a turnover.
All right, Bulldogs run around, diamond in one, trapping press. Inbounded to Holt, foul called as Trey Johnson reached in. That diamond in one full court press, something that Coach Young knows very well from his time at Grand Rapids Christian. 8th team foul, third on Tyson Mann, and it will send Holt to the line for a 1-and-1. And a big 1-and-1 if he's going to get a second or not here. Holt bends the knees, dribbles twice, flicks it towards the basket, scores. Caledonia by 4, 38-34, final 36.9. He'll get one more. Holt, the junior, played exclusively in the second half so far. Bends it one more time. Right-hand free throw, good. Hit them both. Caledonia clutch down the stretch in free throws. They lead by 5. Final 35 seconds. Gable down the length of the floor. Starter step. Fader into the lane. Right-hand floater will not go. Rebound taken down by McKenzie. They trap and foul him, and McKenzie will go to the line for a 1-and-1. 28.5 on the clock. Fourth quarter, 39-34, and Caledonia's free throws again can determine it.
Yeah, once again, we've seen it all night long. Nice drive into the lane by Braden Gable. He gets himself to a pretty good spot. Just the shot rolls out. We've seen some tough breaks and some tough bounces for the Bulldogs all night. They've had some open looks that they weren't able to hit. This one crucial once again, and the Scots back to the line.
Free throw good for McKenzie. 40-34, Scots by 6. And for Grandville, it looks like another blown opportunity down the stretch in this one. One more for McKenzie here. Right-hand free throw, too strong, and the rebound taken down by Trey Johnson. Final 25 seconds. Johnson, left corner for Ryder Haight. Haight into a double team, lost the handle, regathers at left corner. Left wing for Johnson, tries a long three over top of Bender, too short. Rebound down to McKenzie. And McKenzie is followed the half court by Braden Gable. Final 13.5, 40-34. So for Caledonia, it'll be their second win in conference as they close out the first half of the conference season. And both of these teams are going to end things at 2-5. And Grandville in particular is going to be really ruining things the first half. Again, this is a Grandville team that's going to finish this first half of the conference 2-5 as McKenzie hits the first free throw, 41-34. But truthfully and really, you can look at 6-1 was honestly a possibility if it weren't for blown second half opportunities. McKenzie spins home the second, 42-34. Game that's 8 points, but scoreboard closer than the score. Man launches an awkward top of the key three. Too strong. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Scots. 7.6 the Bulldogs will keep it. Coach Young going to call a timeout to set things up, but I'll let you expand on that. For the Bulldogs, of course, the good news is, while yes, the conference obviously out of play, everything goes back to the playoffs. And you look at the districts, and they're all teams that Grandville feels they had a chance to beat. But down the stretch, Grandville, and saying 6-1 was possible, but frankly, they were only down 2 going into the final quarter on Friday against Hudsonville. This is a team that feels like they had a chance to win in every single game for sure. Held leads in all but one game within the conference season. They're going to go 2-5 on the first stretch of it, so it could be a very different story the second time around, even though you would have definitely liked the win to change the momentum tonight.
Yeah, definitely big for the Fighting Scots, who had a lot of the same storyline. They're able to get the win. flip the script a little bit. But yeah, the Bulldogs, I mean, you start looking back at some of those games and the games where they've had the lead into the third, late into the fourth quarter, all games that easily could have gone a different direction, and for all of them pretty much to have gone the opposite way.
Left corner three from Mann, too short, rebound to Gable. Final 3 seconds, fading shot, blocked away from Henry. He kind of looked up for the foul, didn't get it, and that'll do it. 42-34. Caledonia does take down the Bulldogs. They go 2-5 in conference as they complete the first half through. The Bulldogs drop to 2-5 within the OK Red. And CT, as we start up our Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show, I'll give it over to you for kind of some of your first thoughts taking away in this one. Another halftime lead blown by the Bulldogs in their fourth quarter lead. The Bulldogs were up 5 halfway through the quarter, and they wind up losing by 8 when it's all said and done. Clutch free throw shooting from Caledonia. The Bulldogs missed a couple free throws, but just out-executed down the stretch in the final moments for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, once again, outscored 18-5 it was in the fourth quarter. So a game, once again, third quarter, they had their biggest lead in the third quarter, still had the lead, as you mentioned, going into the fourth, and then once again, things just kind of slowly, you can start to see the pieces fall apart a little bit. It starts with some missed free throws, then it leads to some easier baskets for the Scots, and before you know it, you're looking at a deficit, and it's just incredibly difficult to dig yourself out of that once you've had that momentum the whole way, and then once you go down to try and build that back.
All right, Caledonia to 5-7 on the year. They go 2-5 in the OK Red. Granville drops back to 500, still only 500, 6-6 overall, and they go 2-5 as well within the OK Red. All right, we're in quick step aside on the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show. When we come back, we'll have some stats, we'll have some awards, and then we'll start turning the page. We still got a girls game coming up next after this. We'll be right back here on Game Night.
Since 1932, Weller Auto Parts has been providing quality recycled, new, surplus, and remanufactured auto and light truck parts to the repair industry and to do-it-yourselfers. Weller provides exceptional service and a knowledge base second to none to ensure the right parts get delivered on time. Give them a call at 538-5000 or check out what they have at wellerauto.com. An important deer season tip from Auto Body Experts. When you encounter a deer on the roadway, do not swerve. Swerving will make the deer freeze and it won't know how to get out of your way or where to run. Swerving can also take you off the road or worse, into another car. Just stay calm and drive smart. Wishing you a safe, incident-free deer season. But if an incident does find you, locally owned Auto Body Experts always offers a free loaner. In Hudsonville, Holland, Wayland, and Zeeland, visit us online at autobodyexperts.com.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Welcome back, everyone. It is the Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you, 42-34 Caledonia. outlasts the Bulldogs and takes home the win here. CT, I'll let you take over first with our scoring recap, and then we will roll through our awards from this one.
Yeah, for the Bulldogs, Trey Johnson led them with 11 points, 7 for Braden Gable, 6 for Tyson Mann, 6 also for Cam Ragnaris, 3 for Devin Cucci, and 1 for Corbin Heckman. Then for the Fighting Scots, leading all scorers, Mason McKenzie, 18 points, 12 for Nick Henry, 6 for Raffler, 4 for Bender, and 2 for Holt.
You normally go with the non-Grandville team first and fake yourself out there, didn't you?
I did, yes.
All right, awards from this one. Centennial Securities Player of the Game. Couple good choices on the Caledonia side, but Mason McKenzie really was, yes, he was the leading scorer, but he also was the difference maker in the second half.
He was. Scored all 18 in the second half. Really was the difference in what the offense was for the Fighting Scots in the second half. He got in the lane, really opened the rest of the offense up when their leading scorer at that point was Nick Henry. He didn't have as big of a factor in the second half. McKenzie was able to step up and lead the way.
AHC hospitality play of the game, a lot of options from that one. And I think you can go back to, we'll call it a play, even though it was a couple plays, but it was a sequence that really determined the game. It was Caledonia when they were down to score at the time. It was a combination of them scoring. Braden Gable missed both free throws. They then scored again with a 3. That put them up to close the game, or to eventually to not give up again on that 5-0 run. So not necessarily one play, but one stretch run we're going to fudge it to make our AHC hospitality play of the game, because that sequence in the middle of the fourth really was the difference.
Yeah, that's the specific time that we've talked at length about where the Bulldogs have had issues. You start looking at why things have gone wrong for the Bulldogs, and it's that time period right there. Those specific plays, you start to go back and say, okay, you make a couple free throws here, you never know what happens going the rest of the way. So definitely a big sequence in this one.
Lakeshore Sewing, threading the needle, assist of the game. When you think of threading the needle, think of Lakeshore Sewing. But wait, Lakeshore Sewing is so much more than just needles and thread. They also can help with a new machine, repair work for your more experienced machine, furniture like a new sewing table, and even classes to take your game to the next level. Visit lakeshoresewing.com for more details. That's lakeshoresewing.com. And we will go to the Bulldogs for this one. We go back to early in the first half. It was Trey Johnson off a nice feed from Tyson Mann. They were roaming down the floor, and Mann able to skip it through a couple of defenders. Johnson got the finish, so we will give the Bulldogs that. Lastly, wrapping things up with our Heinz Orthodontics smile of the game, and we kind of go to Caledonia, and I think whoever won was going to get this award because they get a smile because they know they're 2-5, but they know that doesn't tell the whole story, and now they got the momentum as well. That's why for two teams that, again, they're more towards the bottom of the OK Red right now, doesn't come close to telling the full two stories of either. And as, of course, the whole point of high school basketball, you're building towards the playoffs. This could be a real big turning point win for Caledonia and something the Bulldogs are going to have to still try to overcome.
Yeah, finally for the Scots able to get over the hump. They as well had played so many close games, felt like they were right in it. So finally to kind of break that mold and get one is big for them and what their second half of the conference season could potentially be.
As I mentioned, looking ahead, Grandville off Tuesday, and then the conference season restarts on Friday. They're back here at Vanderslice Gymnasium, and it will be Jenison coming to town. Jenison winless their first time through the OK Red, unless they pulled off an upset tonight. I haven't seen anything, but winless the first time through. Of course, Grandville beat them pretty handily the first time around, so it could be, hopefully for the Bulldogs, a little bit of what the doctor ordered to try to get right before things get difficult, because you're going to have still unbeaten, unless they lose tonight or next Friday, Rockford then on that following Tuesday at Rockford.
Yeah, I mean, they would have loved to have had this one to have that get-right game, but yeah, now you start to look forward, and I think you don't want to overlook any opponent in this conference, but Jenison, one of the teams they did beat in conference, so you start to look at, okay, what did they do right the first time in that game to get that win, try to replicate that, and then get some momentum of your own.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thanks for tuning in. 42-34, congratulations, Caledonia boys. They pick up the win to open the night, and now it's time to change things up a little bit as we go to the girls' side. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go to our MHSAA This Week report and do kind of a hard game reset here. When we come back, it is the girls' side. To close things out here tonight from Vanderslice Gymnasium, Caledonia goes to 2-5 in the red. Grandville drops to 2-5 in the red as we complete our first run around the conference. We'll be right back here from Grandville.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
3 Michigan coaches honored as among the best in the country, and it seems like new school scoring marks are being set weekly. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross. Welcome to This Week in High School Sports. The National Federation of State High School Associations named 23 National Coaches of the Year for the 2020-21 school year, and 3 of the 23 are from Michigan: Stephanie Kurska, Jean LeClaire, and Rob Zimmerman. Kurska is the girls swimming and diving coach at Ann Arbor Pioneer. She's led the Pioneers to the last 2 Lower Peninsula Division I Finals championships and to a runner-up finish the year before that. Kurska was also named the Michigan Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association Coach of the Year for Division I in 2020-21. LeClaire is the volleyball coach at Bronson. She ranks 4th all-time in wins in the state with 1,289 and has coached Bronson to 5 MHSAA Finals championships. LeClaire is also the athletic director at Bronson and has received both the MHSAA's Women in Sports Leadership Award and Allen W. Bush Award. And Zimmerman is the football coach at DeWitt. His Panthers won the Division III title to cap the 2020 season with a perfect 12-0 record. He was also the 2020 Detroit Free Press Dream Team Coach of the Year and State Coach of the Year by the Michigan High School Coaches Association and Detroit Lions. Congratulations to all 3 on well-deserved national honors. And to read more, please visit secondhalf.mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Onaway brothers Jager and Jaden Mix. Jager had 15 points and 12 rebounds. Jaden had 17 points and 10 steals as Onaway beat Mansalona 91-59. The win moved Onaway to 8-0 this season. Negaunee Alyssa Hill. She scored 18 in a 68-37 win over Ishpeming Westwood. Those 18 points move her over 1,000 career points for the Miners. And to Heartland Hockey's Ben Poulier. He scored the game-tying and game-winning goals in a 3-2 overtime win over Muskegon Mona Shores. The win gave Heartland the Westside Invitational Championship.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
Before every individual or team wrestling event, each participant must be inspected by the referee or other authorized personnel. They're looking for any skin infections or evidence of communicable disease. A typical inspection will check a wrestler's mouth for braces, their fingernails, hairlines, underarms, back and shoulder area, behind the knees, and more. All inspections are done in the same manner for all wrestlers at a tournament site, both male and female wrestlers. Inspections generally should take place in an area not readily visible by the public because of modesty concerns by the wrestlers. No wrestler is allowed to compete until they've gone through and passed the inspection. Skin inspections are done with the goal of keeping all participants as safe as possible and preventing the spread of contagious skin conditions.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Go to the MHSAA website now to register. Earlier this year, Nevaeh Williams from Mount Clemens put up 60 points in a game against Pontiac Arts and Technology Academy. That tied her for the 4th most points in a single game in state history, and she went for 42 points the next game. On the boys' side, Tyler Jamison has been scoring at an incredible clip. The junior from Port Huron Northern had a school record 47 against Troy Athens, and then he topped that with 59 against Warren Cousineau.
Rebound Jamison. He runs by one man, trying to run by a second, goes in and slam dunks it. 52 for Jamison. Tyler Jamison scores 59 points tonight for Port Huron Northern, a new school record by a lot.
That was Dennis Stuckey from GetStuckOnSports.com with the call. Jamison's outburst has sparked a 5-game winning streak for the Huskies, who are now 6-3 this year. Read more about his season at secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
Let's see who's moving on to the state championship. Right to left over the timeline. Garner will work slowly. 20. Outlet it here to Buffkin. Buffkin behind the defense. Elevates and throws down with 2 hands. Corner Tubingen all alone. Tries a 3. Hits it. 4 threes in the second half for J.C. Tubingen. Jabs launches a 3 over top of Jefferson. Good. Nothing but net. Tommy Gregor. Bulldogs by 2. Rebound taken by Riemersma. He'll race behind the defense. Riemersma elevates and jams it down with the right hand for Hagwin. Hounded defensively by Dudley. Step back 3 for the lead. Buries it pure. A step back triple. Absolutely cold-blooded from Hagwins. This is MGN and Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. Take down the Bulldog boys to open up the night. Now we close on the girls' side, where one of these two will finally be able to pick up a win in the gauntlet that is the OK Red. And this is really a big chance for both teams to get a pretty solid. I mean, these are two pretty solid teams still when you look at what they did in the non-conference, but just that gauntlet of the OK Red that they've had to face. Caledonia, a pretty tough, tight loss against East Kentwood on Tuesday. So both teams really looking to pick up that win and a chance to do it here and get that first win, regardless who wins tonight.
Yeah, trying to get on the board for the conference schedule. I think it speaks to the strength of what this conference is right now. And the girls basketball, when you look at both these teams held their own in the non-conference, able to beat some pretty good teams out of conference, and then the struggles that they've had here against some of the how top tier some of the schools are in this conference, but both teams trying to finally get one here tonight.
So Caledonia 3-7 on the year, 0-5 in the conference. So unique for them, they're playing tomorrow against West Ottawa. Of course, if you remember going back to last week, as a report, Paul Chapman, head coach for West Ottawa, had a medical emergency. Thank goodness it was not the initial reports were different than what thankfully wound up happening. He did not suffer a heart attack. They wound up not needing the AED. They did bring it in just in case. So thankfully that was the case. He was back coaching on Tuesday. But they have West Ottawa, who is very, very good. Only one loss. They'll be in good position, of course, tomorrow. So regardless, Caledonia, they've not won. 3-7, 0-5 in the conference. Coming off, again, tough loss against East Kentwood on Tuesday, 55-51 against, obviously, what we know is a very solid East Kentwood squad. They're still looking for their breakthrough in the red. They have their makeup against West Ottawa tomorrow that I mentioned. So regardless, a big chance for momentum here for Caledonia to continue. Good, tough loss, if there is such a thing, against East Kentwood. Chance tonight, another game tomorrow. They have a lot of games, and they have to just try to keep up that momentum into the second half of the conference season.
Good. If expecting a good game here tonight, regardless of who comes away as the winner, and then you go right back at it tomorrow night and take your shot at one of the better teams again.
5-7 overall, 0-6 within the OK Red. Of course, again, very strong non-conference start, but they're still looking for their first OK Red win. Very good chance tonight at home to try to get that.
Yeah, a matchup they like here. Last time we saw them out against Hudsonville, just an incredibly difficult matchup there for anyone. So more contributions from some of their star players. They feel like they're starting to play better as well as a team, and an opportunity to put it all together and try to get a win.
Caledonia, let's go over some of the key pieces for him. Getting out of Morgan Babb, 5'10", senior wing, but Babb 9.6 rebounds against East Kentwood. She had 5 steals against Hudsonville, so a long, lanky wing defender can score inside and out, and also defends well at the perimeter, especially against what's going to be quite a bit of trapping that we can expect Caledonia to be doing tonight.
Yeah, a leader in the style of what this Caledonia team is, the strong defense, going to try to force as many turnovers as possible, and then get out and try to push it a little bit, and she's one of the players that can score for this team as well.
For the Bulldogs, Claire Gregor, she's had a couple of tough matchups. She's still going to have a good size advantage tonight. I think tonight could be a very, very good opportunity for the Davenport-bound senior to come away with a big night when she's having to fight against some of the mountains that, for example, Hudsonville brought to the table against her.
Yeah, I felt like Claire Gregor still played a pretty good game against
Hudsonville,
for
sure.
Regardless of that matchup. Still was able to get some of her own on the offensive end and played some pretty good defense as well. So even in a tough matchup, I thought she played a pretty good game, and I think, again, a better matchup for here once again tonight to try and dominate.
Gracie Gortmaker back to the other side for Caledonia, likely going to be the top defender on what's going to be a deep team, kind of like their boys team. You're going to see them go 10, 11 plus, possibly deep, but Gortmaker, again, we go back to kind of we're expecting to see a lot of full court pressing out of Caledonia. She's one of the key leaders, the 5'9" junior, and what she's going to do, helping lead the press a little bit for them.
Yeah, trying to force the Bulldogs into some mistakes one little bit, get out in transition. That's when their offense is rolling at the best, not necessarily in the half-court sets, but able to get out and push the pace a little bit.
Working quickly here, already run out of time inside our final minute here on the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. Lastly, keys to the game, I want to talk about one thing. You're going to see a lot of adjustments, a lot of changes. I think you'll see a lot of players moved around. We can talk about the Greg Weir matchup, all these different things. But at the end of the day, Gracie Rakowski, we've seen her for the Bulldogs. She's at her best when she's right on the edge of control. Against a press, going to be key tonight that she keeps the ball smart and safe for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, going to need to play under control, maintain possession of the basketball, but also she's going to be asked to bring the ball up the court and try to maneuver through some traffic as well. So trying to play that clean game, but under control as well.
All right, time to roll. Caledonia boys took the first half on it. Let's see if the Grandville girls can salvage a split here at home as we close out the first half of OK Red Play. We'll be right back here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Business and sports have a lot in common. Members of a team need to stay focused on their goal of preparing for the game and winning the contest. Here at Centennial Securities Company, we work along the same lines. Every day we prepare to win, except that our win is the level of satisfaction and service that we provide our clients. It's an excellent game plan, and one that we play by for the entire season. If you're a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA. Jerry opened the letter. An eviction notice? He and his family couldn't bear to move again. It was warm and they had plenty of space for their acorns. Anxiety took a hold of him. Then suddenly,
you've got squirrels in your engine and they chew through the wiring.
And it was covered, thanks to a farmer's agent. Engine Bay Squatters, May 23rd, 2015. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today at 616-531-3441. Your local farmer's agent who helps you plan for the unexpected.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
All right, welcome back to Grandville. Girls side just about ready to tip off between the Bulldogs and the Fighting Scots. Todd Blomers, head coach for Caledonia. He'll be starting the senior forward, Morgan Babb, the junior guard, Ava Winstrom, the senior guard, Tori Woodwike, the junior guard, Gracie Gortmaker, and the senior forward, Brinley Barry for Coach Karpowitz, who again not on the Bulldogs sideline here tonight. The Bulldogs will be rolling out the sophomore guards, Cheyenne Klunder and Gracie Rakowski. The junior guard, Olivia McKellar, and up front, the Bulldogs will have Claire Gregoire and Anaya Fisher. Gregoire a senior and Fisher also a senior. Bulldogs home white jerseys, numbers, and lettering in maroon. Caledonia, the traveling purples, bright gold numbers and gold across the shoulders. Caledonia written across the chest, and white and gold trimming down the side. 8 minutes up on the board, and we are just about ready to go to close out the night here from Vanderslice Gymnasium, and we'll see who will be picking up their first win of the year within the conference. Gregoire to jump against Babb. Give a couple inches to Claire here. Bulldogs move left to right across the radio dial. And away we go. Long fight over the tip as they got tied up on it, and Caledonia will secure possession. It'll be Gortmaker running the offense. Threw it on right wing to Babb. Up top on to Wimstrom. Wimstrom pass left side to Gortmaker. Knocked out of bounds to the Grandville bench. And Caledonia will keep it near side here. In front of the Bulldog bench, Woodwike will throw this one in here for the Scots. Lobs up in front of the timeline to Wimstrom. She'll start a right-hand dribble. Bulldogs open man-to-man pressure. Right wing to Gortmaker. Right corner on to Babb. Babb, right wing. Wimstrom again, rocking the ball left hand to the corner for Gortmaker. Skips it down to Babb, right block, lower in the shoulder. Spin move, right hand shot, no good. Bottom of the rim, but a foul called against Gregoire, and that will send Babb to the line to shoot two here for the Fighting Scots. 7:32 to go in the first, and no score.
A nice move on the left block from Babb, able to fake out, then spin back in. Got the contact.
We have a first lead of the game, 1-0 Caledonia. Foul is on Gregoire, her first, and the team's first. More here for Babb at the line. 9 points, 6 boards, and the loss to East Kentwood on Tuesday for Babb, and she's too strong with that free throw. Remains 1-0 as Gregoire rips down the rebound. Rakowski will take it up. Thrown right corner on McKellar. Thinks about the three. Drives right baseline. Lost the handle, and she put it out of bounds along the baseline. Caledonia takes back over. 7:23 to go in the first. 1-0 Scots, and the Scott ladies will take back over.
Turnover early, but Rakowski able to dribble quickly up the court, able to beat some of the individual pressure that time, and McKellar just lost the handle as she was trying to drive baseline.
Wimstrom right wing on to Gortmaker. Gortmaker dribbles right side, Euro step floater, rattles home. Nice move by Gortmaker, driving, went to the Euro step and floated it in off the window, and they're going to set up the press, 3-0. Right side on from McKellar, got it over the timeline, whip past top of the key through the hands of Klunder, but secured by Rakowski. Top of the key to Fisher. Fisher backing down, fakes a handoff, and takes the right corner where she now drops it to Claire Gregoire. Gregoire, one dribble to her left, picks up the dribble, high feed, top of the key to a leaping Klunder. Klunder drives right side, Rakowski drives right side, pull up J, right wing, too strong, off to the left side, and the rebound taken down by Gortmaker. She'll run the offense. Left wing, on for Woodwike, drives in, ball rolls off her fingertips out of bounds, and Grandville takes back over. 6:32 to go in the first, 3-0 Caledonia.
Woodwike able to split the defenders in transition, got into the lane, but lost control of it as she was trying to go up for the lay-in.
Boys ran a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press. The girls running a 2-2-1 full court press, and the Bulldogs break it over the timeline to Rakowski. Rakowski feed free throw line to Gregoire. Head fake, pull up, shot good. 1 foot in front of the free throw line, and Gregoire able to knock it down. Grandville on the board 3-2 to the final 6:12 of the first.
Big from Gregoire, able to catch that one at the elbow, and then right in rhythm, turn around, knock that quick shot down.
Left side, ball is knocked away. Was nearly going to go out of bounds off of the Bulldogs, and it was retouched by Woodwike. She steps out of bounds into the Grandville bench, and the Bulldogs take back over as the press will set back up here for the Fighting Scots. They take that pressure off as Fisher takes it over the left side of the timeline. Fisher bouncing to the Grandville G. Right side, hands it off for McKellar. McKellar, top of the key, drives on an angle, drops it off for Rakowski. Rakowski to the right elbow, hands it off right wing for Gregoire. Gregoire, tight pressure on her, outlets a feed to Fisher. Fisher drives to the right corner, now working baseline. Fisher, dump pass, left corner, catch and shoot three. McKellar's all alone, but she's too strong, and a fight for the foul and an over-the-back call will be coming up against Rakowski as she batted that one away. Caledonia takes back over. 5:35 to go in the second, 3-2 Fighting Scots. Second team foul on the Bulldogs, and the first on Rakowski.
Bulldogs got the open look they were looking for. McKellar in the corner, wide open shot off the baseline drive from Fisher, drew the defense over.
Bulldogs 2-3 zone trap right here. Right corner, Gortmaker tries a three. Too strong. Fight for the rebound secured by Barry. Given up top and a feed pushed on from Woodwike. Bounces around before it came on to Babb. Babb spins into the lane. Right hand shot, too strong, spins out. Fight for the ball, and the foul called against the Scots. That'll be their first foul, and it will be Bulldog basketball. 5:10 to go first quarter, 3-2 Caledonia. They'll set up the press as that foul is called against Barry, her first. Inbounded here to Rakowski. Rakowski turns and is immediately met by Windstrom's pressure up the right side of the floor. Thrown right side, straight stolen away by Woodwhite. Takes it to the basket and scores. The trap turns into an easy 2 there for the Scots. Fisher, 5-2 deficit for the Bulldogs. Splits 2 defenders. Got over the timeline. Fakes a pass right. Drives to the basket. Euro step and a score. Fisher faking the feed in the Euro and finishes 5-4. Back within 1. 4:45 to go in the first. Pass from the Scots, top of the key, bats around. It's secured by Babb. Hits a cutting Woodwhite, who takes it to the basket and scores with the right hand, 7-4. Here's Fisher over the right side of the timeline. Got it on to McKellar, and McKellar's run into and fouled in the right wing. 4:27 to go in the first, 7-4. Caledonia girls with the lead early on in this one.
Yeah, McKellar trying to fight off the pressure, as it was Gortmaker in the wing off the press trying to apply some pressure outside the three-point arc that time. McKellar just trying to drive along that sideline, create some separation, finally gets the foul call.
DeVries Maynard and Tessa Gregoire check in for their respective teams. It's Fisher taking a seat as Gregoire comes on for the Bulldogs. Lobbed up at half court and stolen away on the jump by Gortmaker. Gortmaker spin move, underhand layup, too strong, off the window, the rebound taken down by Rakowski. She'll run with it. Rakowski all the way, lost her footing and goes sliding down as she lost the ball out of bounds. And a foul will be called. They'll say she was tripped up there up the right side of the floor. 4:16 to go, first quarter. Foul is on DeVries, and that's her first, team's third. Right side of the baseline. Klunder will throw it in here for the Bulldogs. Klunder, the sophomore, looking for some motion. Rocking the ball, lobs it up top with a leap, and it's taken there by Gregoire. Out of the hands of a couple of defenders. Left wing here for Rakowski. Rakowski driving, working, turns the back, enters the lane, tripped up again. And again, a foul called against the Scots. 4:08 to go in the first, 7-4.
Rakowski able to make something happen now a couple times. She's putting the ball on the floor, trying to get towards the basket. Even in transition when the numbers were against the Bulldogs, able to pick up a couple foul calls against the Scots.
Cadence Bomarito will check in for Gortmaker, as that was her second foul right there, left side of the baseline. With one hand, it's thrown in by Klunder, taken on a leap by McKellar, given in between the rings to Rakowski. Back on McKellar, left wing 3, rattles out harshly, and Babb the leaping rebound. Left side of the floor, racing with this one is Kendall Maynard. Maynard to the top of the key, gets a switch defensively all the way across the floor, hands it out right wing, extra feed on a skip left wing for Bomarito. Bomarito, jump pass, right corner for Maynard. Maynard drives right baseline, fouled as she was shouldered along by Klunder. 3:44 to go in the first, 7-4 Caledonia. That'll be the second team foul on the Bulldogs. And the first on Klunder. Right side of the baseline. DeVries to throw it in. Jumps and gave it up top in between the rings here to Babb. Babb bounces around a screen, picks up the dribble, fires it right corner for Maynard. Maynard trying to get a screen set, skip feed along the baseline to DeVries. DeVries' pass is picked off by McKellar. McKellar races all the way back down the floor. Right hand shot, good. And Grandville within 1, 7-6. Coast to coast, good work by Olivia McKellar. And we're inside, 3:20 to go in the first.
And McKellar able to get that shot up. It was a late contest from the Scots, but able to get it up and in.
Left side drive from Bomarito. Underhand layup, no good. Fight for the rebound, and a foul is called. Gabrielle Parks is out there for the Bulldogs. Looks like the foul may be against her. 3:12 to go in the first, 7-6. Foul is going to be on Parks. That's her first, team's fourth. Interesting, Bulldogs switching up the defense as Barry will go to the line here. But the Bulldogs switching up the defense, kind of going to a 2-3 half-court trap as the first free throw is pure for Brindley Barry. Fisher will check in. It'll be Gregoire taking a seat here for the Bulldogs. Clear Gregoire, that is. One more here for Barry at the line. Quick right-hand free throw. Too strong. Lane violation is called against the shooter anyway, and Grandville will take over. 3:12 to go in the first, 8-6. Caledonia brings Teresa Abraham, very deep rotation in. They'll go 2-2-1, full court press here. Fisher to throw it in. Got it along the baseline to McKellar and back. Here's Fisher bouncing to the right side with it. Two-hand feed to the left to McKellar. Stopped in front of the timeline. Gave it on to Rakowski. Her left-hand dribble gets over the timeline. On to Parks. Parks jabs, drives left baseline, hands it out left corner for McKellar. Top of the key to Anaya Fisher. Fisher will dribble along the right side of the key, and a foul is called on the offense, and Caledonia takes back over. 2:53 to go in the first, 8-6. And the Fighting Scots will take back over. Right up the middle of the floor, it'll be Maynard taking it and throws it onto the right wing here for DeVries. DeVries skips the right corner for Babb. Bulldogs working that 2-3 trapping zone. Right corner catch and shoot three. DeVries is a line drive that's too short. Rebound is ripped down by the Fighting Scots and Bomarito, but she traveled to her left side. Grandville takes back over. 2:35 to go in the first, 8-6. The press will come back on.
That 2-3 zone from the Bulldogs, something we saw last Friday against the Eagles a little bit late in the game, just something they were trying out.
Give and go over the timeline to Rakowski. Hits the cutter. Tessa Gregoire, who scores at the basket. Nice feed and finish. Full court. And Gregoire able to get a feed from McKellar. All tied at 8 inside the final 2:20. Right corner, McKellar comes away with a steal. Lobs over the timeline here to Fisher. Bulldogs pushing the pace past the trapping full court zone right now. Rakowski behind the back dribble, top of the key, McKellar. Down low to Claire Gregoire. Turns, left hand fader, too strong, high off the window, but a foul called. And Gregoire will go to the line and shoot two here. 2:04 to go in the first, all tied at 8. 15 foul against the Scots in the first on Teresa Abraham, and a chance for Gregoire at the line to give the Bulldogs a lead.
Claire Gregoire able to read the defense from the right elbow. She spun around. There wasn't any room to get the shot up, so able to put the ball on the deck, dribble enough to get a little bit further, put the shot up.
Free throw up here, and the Bulldogs have their first lead, 9-8. One more coming up here for Claire Gregoire at the line. Gregoire, free throw, rattles home. And the Scots will take it up with a now 10-8 deficit. Bulldogs go back to that 2-3 trapping zone. Left corner, drive along the baseline, Bomarito forced out and gave it left wing to DeVries. DeVries drives, angled shot blocked away, secured by Gregoire, given on to Fisher up the right side of the floor. Final 147, McKellar all alone up top, drives down the middle of the lane, bumped off her course, and a foul called on the floor. It's going to be against Mackenzie DeVries, the sophomore. 1:43 to go in the first, 10-8. Thanks again, everyone joining us across the Game Night Network. We're, of course, in our normal places on MichiganSportsRadio.com and the Michigan Sports Radio app, but also our YouTube, our Facebook page tonight, the NFHS Network. Mackenzie off that, Mackenzie DeVries off that second foul will take a seat as Woodwake comes back on in her place. Gregoire from the right block tries to dump a pass onto a cutting Rakowski. That one slips away from her out of bounds, but it was last touched by Caledonia. Rakowski will take a seat as Gabrielle Parks, the junior's gotten a lot more minutes the last couple of games, will come on here for the Bulldogs. Left side of the key, it will be McKellar to throw it in. McKellar skip feed, hard down low to Gregoire, knocked away, stolen away, and the Fighting Scots push it up the near side of the floor, right to left. Travel is called. Hesitation there from Maynard as she stutter step before she started her dribble, and Grandville takes back over as Coach Blomers will get a word in with the official after the play, and he then will also call a timeout after that. 1:32 to go in the first, 10-8. Grandville the lead over Caledonia. We'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Welcome back to Grandville. Nate Dreyer, Tamara with you, 10-8. Grandville the lead over Caledonia on the girls' side. Right corner, Claire Gregoire hands it off to McKellar right wing. Tries to swing a pass left side that's jumped up out of a half-court zone and stolen away. And then Babb traveled again. And Grandville will take back over. 1:27 to go in the first. And the Bulldogs take back over. But Caledonia changing up their defensive look to a half-court trapping zone right now to counter the Bulldogs' own half-court trapping zone. Fisher drives to the basket, launched a two-hand shot. She traveled. And Caledonia takes back over. 1:24 to go in the first. 10-8, Fighting Scots.
Yeah, it looked like Could have been a foul called about right at the same time. They're going to say the travel happened before Fisher could get a shot up.
Top of the key, Fisher reaches in, pokes into the backcourt, race back down and taken by Maynard. Maynard now trapped in the backcourt as Fisher's all over, able to dribble to her right, blow over the timeline, feed it top of the key to Babb. She'll force it left wing on Abraham, who launches a three and misses everything short. Parks the rebound, giving left side on here to McKellar. Defense clears out, and McKellar will throw it over the timeline again to Parks. Parks, right corner to Fisher. Fisher jump pass up top to McKellar, left wing. Claire Gregoire tries a three, too short. Straight down, the fight for the rebound, a tie-up, and the alternating possession will stay with the Bulldogs. 45.8 on the clock, first quarter. Rakowski will check back in here for McKellar. And the Bulldogs look to expand on that 2-point lead.
The Bulldogs now a couple open looks that time. Gregoire had some room from three. Bulldogs have yet to hit one from deep range yet, though, tonight.
Left corner, Rakowski spins around the defender, takes it to the basket, right-hand shot. No good off the window. Rebound ripped down up the right side of the floor here by Maynard. Maynard goes coast to coast with it, now pulls it out behind the arc. Jump pass to the free throw line to Babb. Walks through a couple defenders. Underhand shot too strong. Rebound to Tessa Gregoire, and the Bulldogs push it over the timeline to Parks. Final 25 seconds of the first. 10-8 Grandville. Rakowski will call up a play here. 1-3-1 half-court trap. Right corner, Parks tries a three. No good, too short. Rebound out of bounds. Caledonia takes over. So unique defenses on both ends. Bulldogs a 2-3, kind of a trapping zone, just moving a little bit. And Caledonia a true half-court 1-3-1 trap right now.
Yeah, again, got it to the for Parks, but continue to be a rough night so far from deep range for the Bulldogs, even though they've got the lead here.
I do like, of course, Coach Hooverman Smith has taken over the Bulldog bench in the last couple of games. Since she's come in, they've done a lot more of the trapping and the zone defense. It's worked. We've got bodies crashing down on the floor over the timeline. Fight for the ball on the floor. It's a held ball, and Caledonia will take over on the alternating possession. 2.9 on the clock, first quarter, 10-8. Both teams make a ton of substitutions right before the end right here. And the Fighting Scots were all in the backcourt. They thought Grandville was taking it, as that was the original call, but they will have it near side, being thrown in here by Woodwhite. Got it on left corner, and an extra feed now on to Abraham, who goes up with a shot. That one misses short, and we've reached the end of the first. 10-8, Grandville, the lead over Caledonia.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, owning our role as part of one of the top health systems in the world. Call us compassionate, as we deliver care with dignity, kindness, and respect. Call us relentless, letting absolutely nothing come between us and our mission of advancing care. Excellence has a new name, University of Michigan Health West. Find out more at ufmhealthwest.org.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Folding Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit foldingwarehouse.com Grand Rapids to reserve your lanes.
Business.
Welcome back to Grandville. Nate forward for the second half. 10-8, Grandville by two after one. And the Bulldogs kind of wisely have things turned around to that late change in possession of that held ball, because they'll get the ball to open up the second quarter of play now. And we will get ready to rock and roll. Bulldogs move left to right across your radio dial, your phone, your computer, your whatever. As Fisher will get ready to throw this one in here to Rakowski into the backcourt. It's poked away, but secured by Rakowski along the baseline. Tight pressure on her defensively here by Woodwhite. Behind the back dribble in front of the timeline, stops her up. Now she'll blow over, and a jump pass right corner for McKellar. McKellar down to the right block for Gregoire. Turn, right hand power dribble, and a shot is too strong on the hook, but a foul called. And Claire Gregoire will go to the line and shoot two here for the Bulldogs. 7:46 to go in the second. Second foul on DeVries. Seventh already on Caledonia. So the Bulldogs will be in the bonus for pretty much the entirety of the second quarter. And Gregoire will have two at the line here. Bends the knees, pushes it towards the basket with the right. Pure. Grandville by 3, 11-8.
5 points for Claire Gregoire. She had a strong first quarter. We've seen quite a few foul calls really for both teams, is 11 total now. They were calling things pretty tightly there in that first quarter.
Second free throw too strong, but Fisher grabs the rebound at the free throw line, forces up a shot, goes off wide to the left side, fight for the ball, and a foul is called on the floor against the Bulldogs. Caledonia will take it back over. 7:42 to go in the second, 11-8. Grandville by 3, and the Fighting Scott ladies will take it up here. Right at the middle of the floor to be Ava Winstrom, the 5'4" junior guard, around the offense. Yo-yoing it top of the key, defended by McKellar. We've got a whistle down, and we've got an official's timeout. I don't quite know what we're clarifying right here. It looks like, okay, what happened is they had called the foul on a number that does not exist. They called on 35 on the Bulldogs. Instead, it's on Klunder. That's her second. So they'll get that corrected, and Caledonia will take over here. Right side, it'll be inbounded here by Woodwike. Skips it in front of the timeline to Winstrom. Winstrom defended loosely and gets a switch, as the Bulldogs have kind of extended that into more of a 2-1-2 trapping half-court defense. Top of the key on to Bomarito. Bomarito drives, floater from 8 feet. Good off the window. Nice move. Cadence Bomarito in rhythm. The floater's good. Caledonia within a point, 11-10. They extend the trapping three-quarter court zone here. Now they'll settle into that 1-3-1. Left side, Rakowski. Splits two defenders. Jump pass, right corner, McKellar. Tries a three. No good. Front iron. Race to the ball. And a foul was called on the fight for the ball, and Caledonia will take it back. 7:02 to go in the second. 11-10 Grandville. And right now, Grandville, they're getting the open looks against that trapping zone, just not knocking them down from three.
Yeah, they're getting the ball to the right places. They got a good approach to that zone defense. Another open look for McKellar. Just has not been able to get one to fall yet, but you have to continue to shoot that open shot every time you get it.
The foul was on McKellar. Winstrom weaving through the defense. Underhand layup good. And Ava Winstrom gives Caledonia the lead back, make it 12-8 with 6:45 to go in the second. They enter the trap here. Pretty aggressively in the half court, thrown across the floor. Left side, catch and shoot three. Rakowski too strong. Rebound to McKellar. Flings it up with a right. Hit the bottom of the backboard, but a foul called. And McKellar will go to the line and shoot two here for the Bulldogs. That's the team's 8th foul already against Caledonia with 6:35 to go in the second. That foul is on Kendall Benson, who's fresh out there. That will be her first, actually, I think. I think they still have to correct things down at the scorer's table. And the first free throw good for McKellar. We're tied at 12.
Nice weak side rebound from McKellar. Able to get the ball and go right back up with it immediately. Get a chance at the foul.
Barry will check in here for Benson. One more here for McKellar. Benson, he's quick flips it towards the basket. Too strong. Rebound secured by Gregor. Puts it up over a pair of defenders. No good front iron. And the Scots have got the rebound this time. Up the middle of the floor. It'll be Winstrom taking it on. Winstrom. Right side. 2-1-2 trap here for the Bulldogs, are what looks like a 2-1-2 trap as they extend Gregor in the middle of it. Pass down low is stolen away by Gregor as it was tipped on the wing and came on to Gregor, who is standing there out of that 2-1-2 type alignment at the free throw line. Rakowski will take it up as she gets over the timeline. Caledonia extending pressure out of their 1-3-1. Right wing. It's McKellar down right corner to Gregor. Gregor tied up, rips it away. Throws a two-hand pass that's straight stolen away in the lane by Abraham. Taken back away by Gregor. Races to the basket. Right-hand finger roll. Rolls out. Ball on the floor. Bodies crashing everywhere. Held ball is called. Grandville takes over on the alternating possession. Emma Perez checks in for the Bulldogs. Morgan Babb checks in here for Caledonia, as it will be Abraham and Fisher taking a seat for their respective teams. 5:49 to go in the second. All tied at 12.
Both teams battling it out there as Gregor originally able to fight through the double team, get a pass off, looked like it was going to be a turnover, but then stuck with it, able to finally get the tie up.
Babb throws it right wing on to Bomarito. Working against the trapping zone of the Bulldogs, thrown back left wing on to Babb, tries to go behind the back, ball kind of rolled away on her, but she regathers and feeds top of the key to Bomarito. Bomarito goes behind her back. Here's it right wing on to Woodwhite. Left wing working against the zone, swung left corner on an extra pass to Bomarito. Give and go back Bomarito, free throw line. She took an extra step. And Grandville takes over. 5:19 to go in the second. Still tied at 12.
I like what the zone has been for the Bulldogs. They've been able to keep the Scots off rhythm really for the most part. We saw it work pretty effectively for the Bulldogs late in the game last week Friday against the second unit for the Eagles, but they seem to have carried some of that over and had success here with it tonight.
McKellar all alone, right corner, 3, too strong, races for her own rebound, taken by Winstrom. Now bodies collapse together on the floor in the paint, and a held ball is called, alternating possession. We'll stay with Grandville. I guess that's right, 5:03 to go in the second, 12-12 game as Clunder will throw it in. Clunder feeds down left block to Gregor. Gregor turns and the leaner rattles home, and Grandville takes the lead back 14-12 inside 5 minutes to go in the second. So unique defenses for both, an extended trapping 2-3 zone for the Bulldogs, an extended trapping 1-3-1 half-court trap for Caledonia. Left corner 3 with some space, no good from Babb in the corner, but Barry the follow, and she's able to finish and tie it up at 14. Rakowski over the timeline, so 1-3-1 half-court, but they extend the leading man of pressure out to three-quarter court. Bulldogs throw an errant pass from Rakowski inside that's stolen away by Barry. Given on to the driving Woodwhite to the basket. Right-hand shot rattles out, rebound to Babb. She'll force one up. That one no good off the window. Grabs another rebound, taken away from her by Gregor, and Gregor will power dribble and give it on here to McKellar, who lobs it over the timeline to Rakowski. Rakowski lost the handle, but it dribbled straight on in the right corner to Clunder, and a timeout called from the Grandville bench as they want to reset things. 4:07 to go in the second. 14-all. We'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
If you're 18 years or older, AHC Hospitality is hiring for open positions at its downtown hotels. Starting pay is $14 an hour, paid weekly, with medical, dental, and health benefits, hotel discounts, and more. Positions include front desk, housekeeping, restaurant, and management roles at our 6 premier downtown hotels. Visit ahchospitality.com/careers to jumpstart your career at one of 6 world-class hotels in downtown Grand Rapids.
And welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. .407 to go second quarter, all tied at 14. And the Bulldogs will get the ball out of the timeout here. Will be thrown in from the right side by McKellar in front of the Caledonia bench. Make sure you're ready to throw it in against that 1-3-1 half-court trap that the Fighting Scots bring to the table. Inbounded to Perez, top of the key. She'll jab and work. The freshman guard hands it out right wing on a skip to McKellar, throwing left side to Rakowski. Rakowski trapped and dribbles right side in front of the timeline. Blows down the right side, tries to get around a screen, now goes back left, still in the trap. Here's Rakowski, turns away from the trap, enters the lane, left side. Clunder launches an awkward mid-range shot. That one deflects out of bounds. Last touched by the Fighting Scots. 3:48 to go in the second. All tied at 14. Fisher will check in as Perez will take a seat here for the Bulldogs.
It looked like Clunder close to a foul there, but the ball tipped just as she was trying to get that shot up, a late closeout. And
Clunder tries to get it in, threw it in, but not before the 5-second call comes. That's a turnover on the inbounding pressure, and Caledonia takes it back. 3:48 to go in the second. The Fighting Scots, traveling purple uniforms, drive right to left across the radio dial. It's Ava Winstrom, the junior guard, operating things. Gave it on to Gortmaker, now left corner to Babb. Back up top. And thrown to the corner to Gortmaker. Gortmaker drives up top for Winstrom. Winstrom. Right corner Woodwike. Woodwike tries to force one down low, tipped high in the air and secured by Clunder. And the Bulldogs will walk it up here with a right-hand dribble. It's McKellar. The extended 1-3-1 comes over the half-court line as the Bulldogs get it over. Top of the key, Gregor. Extra pass left corner to Fisher, bouncing into the lane. A right-hand shot, no good for Fisher. Got some open space. Now Clunder lobs it up. She can't score too strong. Another chance for Gregor down low. She can't finish either off the window. And a foul on the fight for the ball. Looks like it's going to be against Gregor. Claire Gregor as Tessa Gregor will get ready to check in. 3:07 to go in the second. All tied at 14. 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. Second on Claire Gregor. She'll take a seat for her sister. And we will see Morgan Babb, the senior wing, go to the line for Caledonia here for a 1-and-1.
3-point blank range shots for the Bulldogs. Couldn't get any of them to go, but then a frustration foul afterwards from Gregor leads the Scots going back the other way for the chance for the 1-on-1.
Free throw for Babb, too strong, rattles out, fight for the rebound, a tie up. And the alternating possession will stay with Caledonia this time. 3:04 to go in the second, all tied at 14. Right side along the baseline. To be thrown in here by Woodwike. Looking to put it in, pushes it hard right wing, knocked away, stolen away by Rakowski. Good work by Rakowski to deflect it away and then steal it away and take it over the timeline. Stutter step move over the timeline. Rakowski blows, top of the key, gave it on to Gregor. Tessa Gregor enters the lane, right-hand shot, too strong, but a foul is called. And that'll be 2 at the line for the Bulldogs, sophomore Gregor. 2:52 to go in the second, all tied at 14. 9th team foul on Caledonia and the first on Morgan Babb. So despite all the fouls, she has been able to stay off the ledger so far.
Nice little slip pass to get Tessa Gregor going towards the basket.
Gregor pounds the rock and buries the first free throw pure. And Grandville goes back on top, 15-14. One more here for Gregor. Second free throw, good. Hit them both pure, and Grandville leads by 2, 16-14. Bring some token full court pressure on up the near side right to left. It'll be Gortmaker taking it over the timeline. Gortmaker skip feed to the right wing for Babb. Fakes a pass and then dishes it top of the key to Woodwike. Feed down to the left block, came straight on to an all-alone Cheyenne Klunder with a steal. She'll give it over the timeline to McKellar. Left wing here for Fisher. Fisher dribbles right side, lost the handle right in front of the timeline and is able to regather and throw it left wing on to Rakowski. Rakowski trying to get a screen set. Drives down the right side of the lane, Euro step, flings it up, too strong off the window, bodies crash on the floor again. They'll tie up over it. And before they did, though, it was ripped down by the Fighting Scots and Barry, and they'll throw it up the floor over the timeline to Gortmaker. But the pass to Gortmaker from the right wing to the top of the key was out of her reach. Into the backcourt, taken by Caledonia there, and Gortmaker, and that's a turnover over and back, and the Bulldogs take back over. Kendall Maynard checks on here for the Fighting Scots along the baseline. Grandville get to, center court. Grandville, nope, along the baseline. Grandville will get to inbound this one on the G in Grandville. 2:06 to go in the second. Bulldogs lead at 16-12. Now the officials are going to talk about the ball placement. They will keep it along the baseline here. It'll be Klunder to throw it in. Everyone in a line along the right side of the key. We'll get the motion going now. Right corner, McKellar. Right wing for Fisher. Fisher, jump pass, left side, just inside the arc. A long two from Rakowski is too strong, and the ball will deflect out of bounds, and Caledonia takes back over along their own baseline. 1:58 to go in the second. 16-14, Grandville. Gracie Gortmaker, junior guard, takes it up the right side of the floor. She gets over the timeline, defended here by Rakowski. Travel is called again, and Caledonia gives it up again. 1:52 to go in the second. 16-14 Grandville. Bulldogs get it back.
Gortmaker trying to pass that one to the right wing. I think at the last second she saw Fisher jumping that passing lane because it was going to be a turnover going the opposite way regardless.
McKellar. Travel is called. I think she maybe wanted to foul there as Babb kind of shouldered her, but instead, or elbowed her, I should say, but instead Caledonia takes back over on another travel. 1:45 to go in the second. 16-14. Bulldogs the lead. Gortmaker left wing. Two-hand feed to the left corner from Maynard. Up top, extra feed to Gortmaker. Thinks about a three. Exits it right corner. Windstrom. She'll try a triple. Rattles out. Rebound in the corner. Secured by Fisher. She's in a double team trap. Fisher trying to turn with it. And a travel is called instead. Bulldog bench was aggressively trying to call a timeout. They go to the official that was standing right next to them and didn't award said timeout. I don't know if he's claiming that they didn't have full possession. That couldn't be it. But regardless, it'll be Caledonia taking over top of the key. And fed back into the right corner for Gortmaker. Gortmaker jabs, works baseline, jump stop, two-hand feed, spins home. We're tied at 16. Final 1:14 of the second. McKellar over the timeline to Fisher. Right corner to Rakowski. Rakowski working against that trapping zone. Left corner to Gregor. Gregor, two-hand or a right-hand feed is deflected away by a couple of hands and stolen away by a racing Kendall Maynard. Maynard all the way to the basket, shot rolls off her hands, blocked away down low by McKellar, taken instead by Rakowski behind her back. Final 48 seconds, tied at 16. Extending trap comes on, left corner all alone. Three, McKellar hit the top of the backboard. Goes out of bounds, and Caledonia will take over. 38.6 on the clock. Second quarter, tied at 16.
Again, McKellar open in the corner from three. Another open look. Neither team has hit a shot from three-point on the night.
Ava Windstrom up the middle of the floor, working against that extended 2-3 trapping zone of the Bulldogs. Right wing to Babb. Babb thrown top of the key. Rolls off the hands of Winstrom. Stolen away by Rakowski. Toes the line. Launches a three. Banks it home. There's your first triple. A bank from the wing on the pull-up J from Rakowski, and Grandville leads by 3, 19-16 in the final 10 seconds of the first half. Barry up top for Winstrom. Left corner, Gortmaker. She'll try a three of her own. No good. Front iron. Fight for the rebound. Secured by Babb. Right-hand shot. Short, but a foul called with 1.5 on the clock. And Babb will get 2 at the line here. 1.5 on the clock. Second quarter, 19-16 Grandville. That foul is on Tessa Gregoire, her first, team's 8th.
One benefit of Gortmaker getting that shot up earlier than the buzzer. You get opportunity for a second chance. Points, get a rebound from Babb, and one more look from the free throw line.
All right, first free throw strong. One more coming up here for Babb at the line. Try to bring the Fighting Scots within 2. 1.5 on the clock in the second quarter. Babb bends the knees, pushes it towards the basket. Too strong with that one as well. Rebound to McKellar, thrown over the timeline, and Fisher launches a half-court shot, but after the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first half. 19-16, Grandville over Caledonia. At the half of our girls' game, we transition in to our Bates Agency halftime show. Our Centennial Securities halftime show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. All right, 10 minutes for these coaches to break things down. 19-16, a lot of changing defenses. Really, the coaching battle has probably been the most interesting thing so far as they've been mixing things up.
Yeah, there's been lots of adjustments back and forth. Both teams varying their defenses a little bit, and also with the full court pressure. And so both teams going back and forth. Neither team really got on a great run, just a back and forth game most of the way.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be right back here on the Centennial Securities halftime show. Grandville by 3, 19-16 over Caledonia. At the half of the girls' game, we'll be right back here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
Hey, we get it. Right now, searching for the right college is a challenge. At Ferris State, we turn challenge into opportunity so that you don't have to put your life on hold. Study in person, online, or both, whatever's right for you. Our virtual admissions tools let you connect, explore, and enroll. Ferris State University, we're ready when you are to help you move Ferris forward. Go to ferris.edu/now to apply free.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. We call it our passion at Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways. For more than 60 years, Dean has connected students to learning, public schools to our communities, sports teams to their championships, and you to a purpose-filled career. Dean is now hiring school bus drivers, motor coach operators, and diesel technicians throughout Michigan at DeanJobs.com. We'll pay you to train and coach you along the way. If you're newly retired or looking to start a flexible career, visit DeanJobs.com for a list of openings or contact us at DeanJobs.com today.
For almost 60 years, Earhart Construction has successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fair, visit shopfamilyfair.com.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame honors prominent West Michigan athletes. As part of their mission, the Hall of Fame presents annual events in support of West Michigan athletics and raises funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Events scheduled in 2021 include the Class of 2021 induction ceremony on Tuesday, September 28th, and the Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame College Basketball Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. Go to grshof.com for all the information.
Choosing the right orthodontist can mean the difference between an average patient experience and one that is truly exceptional. Hines Orthodontics serves the West Michigan area with locations in Rockford and Kentwood. As a patient of Dr. Hines, you can be confident that you have chosen an orthodontist with the skill, expertise, and commitment to make your smile his top priority. Dr. Hines and his team are dedicated to providing the most efficient and effective treatment using the finest technologies available in orthodontics. Check them out online at hinesorthodontics.com or on Facebook and Instagram.
And welcome back to the Centennial Securities Halftime Show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. 19-16, Grandville girls leading the Caledonia girls at the half. CT, I'll hand it over to you, and you can take us through our halftime scoring.
For Caledonia, 2 players with 4 points in Gortmaker and Woodwike, 3 for Barry, 2 for Bomarino and Winstrom, and 1 for Babb. For the Bulldogs, Claire Gregor, 7 points, Tessa Gregor with 4, 3 for Rakowski and McKellar, and 2 for Fisher.
So the Gregors leading the way is for the Bulldogs here this evening. And we again would like to welcome on our newest sponsor, Steve Van Lett at Full Circle Properties. Steve is a realtor and owner of Full Circle Properties of Keller Williams, Rivertown, and Grandville, serving the West Michigan community. Steve and his team are committed to providing a world-class experience, whether you're buying, selling, or both, and they have the experience needed to navigate you through the entire journey flawlessly. Full Circle Properties knows the area because they're from the area. Check out the possibilities of Full Circle Properties at westmichiganhomesold.com. Again, that is www.westmichiganhomesold.com. All right, this is the Centennial Securities Halftime Show, 19-16. Grandville girls over Caledonia girls at the half. We're going to step aside one more time. When we come back, it'll be just about time for basketball here from Vanderslice Gymnasium.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Weston Brook Mower has served the Holland and Greater Grand Rapids area for over 60 years with locations in Jenison and Holland. We carry lawn mowers, zero-turn mowers, string trimmers, leaf blowers, snow blowers, log splitters, generators, chainsaws, tillers, power washers, and much more. From your favorite brands of Toro, Aaron, Still, and Echo. Plus, we have a full-service department to get your injured equipment back in the game. Check us out at westonbrookmower.com. Since 1932, Weller Auto Parts has been providing quality recycled, new, surplus, and remanufactured auto and light truck parts to the repair industry and to do-it-yourselfers. Weller provides exceptional service and a knowledge base second to none to ensure the right parts get delivered on time. Give them a call at 538-5000 or check out what they have at wellerauto.com. Auto Body Experts has been your trusted family-owned and operated collision repair facility since 1948. With locations in Hudsonville, Holland, Wayland, and Zeeland, they're sure that they can help with your repair needs. They offer free estimates and rental vehicles with collision repairs. Auto Body Experts believes in supporting the community and giving back, which is why each year we give back to the local businesses, children's activities, schools, and much more. Come find us and we'll take the stress away because we are the experts. Online at autobodyexperts.com.
Jerry opened the letter. An eviction notice? He and his family couldn't bear to move again. It was warm and they had plenty of space for their acorns. Anxiety took a hold of him. Then suddenly,
you've got squirrels in your engine and they chew through the wiring.
And it was covered, thanks to a farmer's agent.
Seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today at 616-531-3441. Your local farmer's agent who helps you plan for the unexpected.
Hey, we get it. Right now, searching for the right college is a challenge. At Ferris State, we turn challenge into opportunity so that you don't have to put your life on hold. Study in person, online, or both, whatever's right for you. Our virtual admissions tools let you connect, explore, and enroll. Ferris State University, we're ready when you are to help you move Ferris forward. Go to ferris.edu/now to apply free.
Hey, this is Carl Paganelli, West Michigan NFL official. Please join me in supporting Faith Hospice by buying a raffle ticket for Super Bowl 50. Tickets are $100 each, and the prize includes 2 Super Bowl tickets, overnight accommodations, and $1,000 towards airfare. To buy tickets, call 616-398-6600. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Visit Faith Hospice website at www.faithhospicecare.org for more details and to read our family story. Thank you again.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, compassionate, and innovative. Excellence has a new name. University of Michigan Health West. More at uofmhealthwest.org.
All right, welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. Thanks for tuning into the Centennial Securities Halftime Show. Final 35 seconds of the warm-up. We're ready to go in the second half. 19-16. Grandville. Going to be an interesting second half of play. We mentioned all the coaching adjustments and so forth, so it's definitely going to be a coach's battle, I think, coming out of the halftime break here as both teams try to find an edge.
Yeah, both trying to mix and match, get the right look. I think you'll see some varied defenses from both. As you've seen with the Scots, they've gone on and off with their full court pressure. At times they've forced the Bulldogs into some mistakes, got some easy baskets, but you've also seen that work the other way where the Bulldogs have been able to break that pretty consistently and get numbers going on their own end. So I think trying to mix and match that, continue to give different looks, and as we've seen from the Bulldogs as well, playing some zone defense of their own, that's limited, I think, what the Caledonia Fighting Scots have been able to do in terms of driving to the basket.
I think it's going to turn one of those games that, unfortunately, for the quality of the basketball being played, being sloppy, using those unique zones and so forth is what's going to lead both teams to victory. So I think you're going to see to that. Bulldogs get the ball to open the second half, and they'll take underway here with Rakowski. Caledonia opens up half-court man-to-man defense here. Rakowski bounces around a screen, at the top of the key. Gregor, up fake, enters the key, launches a long two from 19 feet and buries it. Good move from Claire Gregor, stepping to her right side and knocking it down, 21-16. Goremaker. Up top, Wimstrom worked around at the free throw line. Ball goes crashing to the floor, and the Bulldogs have got it with Fisher. Off the steal, it'll be Rakowski slowing it down a little bit for the offense here. 7:20 and less to go in the third, 21-16. Rakowski dribbles left side. Pressure all over her from Woodwike. Right wing Klunder fakes a handoff. Gave it top of the key to McKellar. McKellar, left wing, skips it on to Fisher. Fisher dribbles, enters the lane, dump pass on to Gregor, right-hand shot, good. Claire Gregor, 4 unanswered to open up the second half. She's got a good start, 23-16.
And a great find from Fisher on the drive, able to dump it down low, get an opening for Gregor and an easy basket.
Babb up fake, stutter step, and a double dribble is called. Grandville will take the ball back over here. Caledonia going to bring out some full court pressure, 6:52 to go in the third, 23-16. So Gregor doing the work so far to open things up for the Bulldogs as Caledonia expanding back to that 2-2-1 full court trap. Good work by Gregor to pivot and throw it over the timeline to Rakowski. Stutter step, drives baseline, jumps a pass to the right wing for McKellar. Up top, Fisher enters the lane. Long two is good. Pulls up from right in front of the free throw line, and Fisher spins that one home. 25-16. Grandville, good offensive start with some shot making for the Bulldogs, who go into the half-court trap of their own now. Lob pass up top for Woodwike. Against that 2-3 trapping zone. Handoff, right wing Windstrom. Thrown left side to Babb. Babb angles into the lane. Euro step. Underhand layup. Good off the window. Morgan Babb gets on the board with her first field goal. 3 points overall. 25-18. 2-2-1 full court press comes on. Thrown left side to Rakowski, trapped up, dribbles to her right, gave it over to Fisher, had some issues, resettles it, two-hand feed over the timeline, got it onto a leaping Rakowski, enters the lane, pulls up in front of the free throw line, too strong, rebound to Babb, given on to Winstrom, and Caledonia's offense will throw it on here to Gortmaker. Gortmaker, nice skip feed through traffic, and a right-hand finish is good down low for Brindley Berry. Caledonia back within 5, 25-20. Ball on the floor, crashing in the backcourt. Bulldogs controlled over the timeline to McKellar. Thrown on to Gregor. Gregor dribbled down at the right block, lost it, regathers, rips it away, lost it again, and a foul is called against either Gortmaker or Berry. We'll see the call here. 5.5 to go third quarter, 25-20 Grandville. Tessa Gregor will check in. First foul of the half against Caledonia, and it will be the third foul on Gracie Gortmaker. Claire Gregor takes a seat for Tessa here. She'll get a quick rest. Right side of the baseline. Klunder to throw it in. Gortmaker will take a seat as Cadence Bomarito checks in for the Scots. And Coach Bloomer's here. Right corner McKellar. Right wing for Fisher. Fisher hands it off on a fake handoff to McKellar, dumps it off instead to Tessa Gregor. Right hand hook shot, no good, front iron. Ball is then tried to save along the end line by Woodwyke. Rolls off her fingertips out of bounds and along the baseline. Grandville will throw it in here with Gregor. Tessa Gregor, left corner, skips it on to Fisher. Fisher has Gregor posting up in front of her. Dribbles it on to the cutting Rakowski, and Rakowski takes it to the basket, flings it up with two hands, and rattles it home off the glass. 27-20 Grandville. 5 minutes to go in the third. They'll extend that 2-3 trapping zone again. Right side for Woodwyke. Woodwyke, right corner to Babb. Babb down to the right block, turning with it is Berry in rhythm. Strong right-hand shot, no good. And the Bulldogs pick up the rebound and take it up the right side of the floor with McKellar. No-look feed over the timeline to Rakowski. 4:44 and less in the third quarter. 27-20. Good start in the third for the Bulldogs. Fisher, top of the key, dribbling against some pressure. Down the left side, Fisher to the basket. Two-hand shot, bounces out, but a foul called. And Anaya Fisher will get two at the line here for the Bulldogs. 4:34 to go in the third. 27-20. Really the exact start that the Bulldog coaching staff would have tried to draw up right now.
Yeah, Fisher's been really good here in the second half to start off the dribble. A couple times now able to get into the lane. One time able to drop it off to Gregor for an easy basket, then knock down the mid-range jumper. And this time the hesitation move fools the defender so she can get to underneath the basket, draws the foul.
Foul is on Woodwyke, her first, team second. Some substitutions for either side right here as Fisher will get ready to go back to work at the line. Claire Gregor has checked back in here for the Bulldogs. Fisher bends the knees, right-hand free throw. Too strong, fight for the board, knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Scots and Teresa Abraham, who's on the floor. Now Claire Gregor will check in. I thought I started kneeling. Now should come in for Fisher, who had to shoot one more free throw, and Gregor will look to throw it in. So both Gregor sisters out right now, a combination that normally looks pretty good. Her inbound pass, Claire's that is tipped away and stolen away, though, by Morgan Babb. Babb racing length of the floor, Euro step, right-hand feet, good off the window. Babb attacking downhill, able to get the finish. 4:20 to go in the third, and Caledonia back within 5, 27-22. Thrown over the timeline from McKellar to Gregor, back up top for McKellar. Fakes a pass, starts the dribble. Dribbles to the left. Skips it left corner, Rakowski. Rakowski bounces around a screen to the free throw line. High pass right corner out of the reach of Klunder. She bats at it to try to save it, but unable to do so. Caledonia will take the basketball back over. 4:03 to go in the third. 27-22 Bulldogs. And a timeout from the Grandville bench. So we're going to quick step aside. Be right back here from Grandville.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Folding Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit foldingwarehouse.com Grand Rapids to reserve your lanes.
And welcome back to Grandville. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. 4:03 to go in the third. 27-22 Grandville. When someone you love needs help, your life is never simple. Healthcare associates and community caregivers provide services for medically fragile children, elderly grandparents, dementia patients, closed head and spinal cord injuries, and many more. Contact healthcare associates and community caregivers today for answers, solutions, and peace of mind. That's healthcareassociates.net or call them at 616-531-9973. All right, final half of the third quarter just about to tip off here. 27-22, 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. They've grown that by 2 since the start of the quarter, but it will be the Caledonia Scots getting the ball to open up the play again here. Bulldogs will open up in that extended 2-3 zone, almost a 2-1-2 type trapping zone. Skip feed to the right side, nearly stolen away, but settled down by Abraham to the corner. Fed it up top, jumped up, stolen away by McKellar. McKellar bounced into it center court, regathers the ball in the left wing, throws it across the floor right corner for Rakowski. Head fake, dribble to the top of the key. Rakowski picks up the dribble, looking both directions now, trapped up in the wing. Rakowski working, able to outlet it on a skip to the top of the key to McKellar. McKellar drives down the middle of the wing, Euro step, reverse layup, good. What a move by McKellar to drive and score with the left on a little flick. 29-22 to the final 3.5 of the third. Babb, left side, Winstrom fakes a 3, dribbles to the corner out of the trap. Now spinning and working. Winstrom, left elbow, Babb to the right wing for DeVries. DeVries took it to the corner, works baseline, fed it back onto the cutting Babb, and a held ball is called as Gregor was able to reach in and tie that one up. Alternating possession will stay with Caledonia. 3:10 to go third quarter, 29-22. Right side of the baseline. Scots will throw it in here with DeVries.
That was the Gregor double team there. Tessa was able to come over on the help side and tie that ball up.
Feed hard down low, bodies crashing up, and a foul is going to be called. I think that was Babb that essentially threw McKellar to the floor, and because of that, the Bulldogs are going to take the ball back over. Foul is on Babb, her second, team's third. 3:07 to go in the third, 29-22 Bulldogs. Klunder will take a seat. Now for rest, Fisher will come back in here. Fisher stopped up in the backcourt, throws it over the timeline on a lob pass to Rakowski. Rakowski dribbles right wing up top for Fisher, in between the rings, starting a right-hand dribble. Bouncing to the right side, Fisher hands it off to Rakowski, lobs it up down low. Nice feed to Gregor, and she's able to get the finish down low. .31-22 left wing, battle for the ball, bodies crash down, last touch out of bounds as it rolled out by Bomarito, and the Scots and the Bulldogs take the ball back over here. Barry will check back in for Caledonia. Babb takes a rest, 2:37 to go in the third, 31-22, Bulldogs by 9, able to expand that advantage even more. A 6-point advantage for them in the second half. Rakowski top of the key, starts the left-hand dribble, rocking it between her legs, crosses on an angle to the right elbow, hands it out right wing for Fisher. Fisher starts to dribble around the screen, handoff onto a turning Gregor, right-hand hook shot, no good, rebound to Rakowski, and the putback is good off the window. Rakowski slips behind the defense and scores on the board. Grandville by double digits, largest lead of the game for either side, 33-22, and a timeout from the Caledonia bench. Good run by the Bulldogs to open the third, 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Roll with Kroll and stay cozy this fall. Call Kroll Furnace for all of your heating and cooling needs. Furnace tune-ups are just $95, so choose Kroll Furnace for top-notch American-made products like Amana. See more online at KrollFurnace.com. Are you ready to enjoy your career? Royal Technologies is hiring for assemblers, operators, material handlers, and supervisors. Make a difference. Work at Royal. Online, it's go-to-royal.com and apply today at Royal Technologies. Great things come from Jets, and Detroit style is one of them. Shaped by the steel pans, inspired by the Motor City, and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch, and then topped with premium mozzarella, fresh topping, and of course, Mama Jet's secret sauce. Jets is Detroit style pizza. Want Detroit style proof? Get their large, perfectly paired pepperoni pizza with bold and traditional pepperoni for just $12.99. Visit their Jenison location on Baldwin Street. Jets, better because it has to be. 2:09 to go third quarter, 33-22, and probably the best quarter we've seen out of the Grandville girls this season.
Yeah, put a couple really great possessions together here in this third quarter, got some easy buckets. The previous possession, Rakowski able to get some second chance points, chase down the rebound off the baseline, get the nice putback lay-in there, and the Bulldogs opening up their biggest lead of the game.
All right, Caledonia in the front court will throw it in here to Gracie Gortmaker. Remember, 3 fouls against Gortmaker, so she spent more time than usual on the bench to open things. Bulldogs into that aggressive 2-3 trapping zone. They knock one that is regathered out of bounds by Maynard, and the Bulldogs will take back over at half court. 2 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter, 33-22. So now that zone causing a bit of havoc for the Bulldogs. Fisher has inbounded her in the backcourt. Dribbles to the right side, defended by DeVries. Crosses back over the timeline. Fisher setting up the offense with a left-hand dribble, standing on the block. Grandville G at center court. Angles back right side. Fisher gathering speed to the right corner. Step back, long 2. Rattles out. And Gortmaker grabs the rebound. Gortmaker sidesteps Fisher, got over the timeline. Extra feed, top of the key for DeVries. Enters the lane, left-hand floater, blocked away by Claire Gregoire. Gathered on by McKellar, and the Bulldogs will walk it up to the final minute and a half of the third. 33-22 Bulldogs. McKellar races, no-look feed left wing to Fisher. Lobs it across the floor to Rakowski. Caledonia showing some man-to-man pressure. Rakowski top of the key, drops it off for Fisher. Skip feed right elbow to Claire Gregoire. Turnaround shot, rattles out harshly, and the rebound's ripped down by Caledonia. They'll run with Gortmaker. Gortmaker, Euro to the basket, flings one up, foul calls, it's too strong. Foul looks like it'll be against Fisher, who came up limping a little bit after that play as well. And that will send Gortmaker to the line to shoot 2. 57.2 on the clock, third quarter, 33-22 Bulldogs. Third foul on Claire Gregoire. So foul is on Gregoire. And Gortmaker will get 2 at the line.
Yeah, Gortmaker able to push the pace by herself there. The Bulldogs late to get back, failed to stop the ball coming up the court till the last second. Gregoire had to come over and try to make something happen on the contest there.
First free throw up here for Gortmaker. Perez, Klunder check in for Gregoire, and Fisher here for the Bulldogs. There we go, one more for Gortmaker. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw. Too strong, leaping rebound to McKellar. Final 55 seconds as McKellar trying to rip it away from a trap. Able to lob it on to Perez. She'll sidestep a couple of defenders over the timeline, drop it back off for McKellar. Up fake, dribble drive, left wing, deep left wing, I should say, on to Rakowski. Final 43 seconds of the third. Rakowski starts to dribble top of the key. Watching her defensively is DeVries. DeVries angles right wing, hands it off for Klunder. Klunder fakes a handoff, then she shuffled her right foot, trying to work the pivot and traveled. Caledonia takes the ball back. 34.3, third quarter, 33-23. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs stays on, and the Bulldogs will go to that 2-3 half-court trap. Down to the left block for a leaping Bomarito. Feed top of the key, tipped away, but settled down right wing by Gortmaker. Thrown across, left corner, catch and shoot 3, Windstrom blocked away on its way, and rebound secured by Tessa Gregoire. Out of the trap, gave it on here to Rakowski, who was the one that tipped away that 3-point shot. Final 10 seconds, Rakowski will walk it up and set up the offense, waiting for the final shot. Here's Rakowski, final 5 seconds, right wing, sidesteps the defender, drives to the basket, right-hand shot, rolls out, and that'll do it for the third. Nope, a foul called with .2 on the clock in the third. 33-23, and the Bulldogs will get an inbound here to the left side with McKellar. .2, just time for a tip here as McKellar will look to throw it in. McKellar lobs it up, caught, and Rakowski just throws it towards the basket. That'll do it for the third. 33-23, very good quarter for the Bulldogs. They outscore Caledonia by 7. We'll be right back here to Grandville.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids is the very best choice for an unforgettable evening with family, friends, and colleagues. Create memorable experiences and celebrate with the sizzle of a steak served on a 500-degree plate. The casual elegance and atmosphere makes Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids the perfect location for every occasion. Visit us online at rootschris.com. This is how it's done.
All right, final quarter. Closing out the night. Caledonia boys open things up with a late comeback win over the Bulldogs, and we'll see if the Grandville girls can hang on to a 10-point lead and pick up their first conference win of the season. Grandville will get the ball to open the final frame. They'll go right to left in the home white. It's thrown in the backcourt here to Rakowski. Will start things up. Again, Caledonia back to the man-to-man pressure to open things up right here, extending that half-court press, right corner. Leaping grab made by McKellar, drives, Euro, underhand layup, good. Nice move by Olivia McKellar to finish with the left-hand finger roll off the window. 35-23, under 7:40 to go. Travel against Caledonia, right corner, pass came on to Maynard. She shuffled the feet on the feed. Grandville takes it back. Claire Gregor comes in, Cheyenne Klunder takes a seat. The Bulldogs will inbound it against some pressure here in the backcourt. 7:38 to go in the fourth. Skipped on to Perez, the freshman outlets it right side on to Rakowski, who will start to speed it up. Rakowski right side, behind the back dribble, got over the timeline. Hands it off from McKellar left wing, who stops to the free throw line for Gregor. Hit a cutting Perez, lost the handle in the lane. It's stolen away by Gortmaker. Gortmaker splits two defenders, 2-on-1 rush, back to the way, Euros, and a foul is called on the floor as Gortmaker kind of got her foot stuck there and nearly walked herself into a travel beforehand. 7:18 to go in the fourth. 35-23. Foul is on Rakowski. That's her second and the team's second. Fisher checks in. Sorry, Chandler.
And Rakowski trying to chase that one down from behind at the last second. Reached in, slapped the hand, picked up the foul there.
Bulldogs in half court, 2-3 zone. Left corner on the DeVries. She takes to the basket and misses with a right underhand. Rebound taken out by McKellar. She'll lob it over the timeline to Fisher. Fisher turns off left elbow to the left wing for McKellar. Two-hand feed right wing Tessa Gregor. Right corner Rakowski. Jabs, works baseline, takes it back out behind the arc. Fakes a handoff, now tries to feed it down low to Claire Gregor, who's able to somehow gather it. No-look feed, extra pass, and out of the top of the key for Fisher. Left wing for McKellar. Hard feed to the free throw line for Rakowski. She's fouled from behind by DeVries. 6:45 to go in the fourth. That'll be the 15th foul on Caledonia. 35-23 Grandville. And Babb will check in here for Barry. Third foul on DeVries, left side of the baseline. McKellar to throw it in, skips it down left, blocked to Claire Gregor, able to settle it down away from the defender. Fading shot in the lane, blocked away, but the rebound taken straight in by McKellar. Given on to Fisher, steps inside the arc, launches along two, misses everything short. Rebound down to Gortmaker. Caledonia will take it up. They trail by 12. 6.5 to go. Babb enters the lane, right-hand shot overhead, rolls out. Rebound taken out by Gregor on to Rakowski, and the Bulldogs will set it up. And for the Bulldogs, at this point in time, 35 points on the board. If they can just slow the game down, I'm not sure the way shots have not been falling for either team, Caledonia probably won't have a chance to get to that 35-point threshold. McKellar drives from the left wing, went to a Euro step that might have been a travel. Instead, a held ball is called, even though I really don't know where the ball was held up, and Caledonia will take it back over. 6:06, unless I'm trying to break it down, folks. I'm sorry. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. 35-23. Left wing head fake from DeVries, drives, picks up her dribble in a double team, lobs at top of the key to Maynard, and Maynard is off a wild feed, able to just settle it down in front of the timeline. Gortmaker up the right side, down low for Babb, poked away by Gregor nicely, lobbed in behind the defense to Rakowski, and Rakowski kind of shoved from behind, but it was last touched out of bounds by Fighting Scots. Bulldogs to keep it. 5:42 to go in the fourth. 35-23. Honestly, should have been a turnover anyway because I think it probably was a travel on the Euro step, but regardless, Bulldogs will now have it along the right side of the key. Gregor to throw it in. Rakowski right corner. Jabs, drives baseline, turns at the block, fed it out, and it's tipped away a couple of times before it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs, and Caledonia will take her back. 5:35 to go in the fourth. And a timeout on the floor. Bulldogs by 12, 35-23. When it comes to your home parking lot and roads, you want a smooth, safe, and attractive surface for walking, playing, parking, and driving. Trust the professionals at Bruce's Blacktop with over 30 years experience to get the job done right. They love what they do and can help with any premier asphalt and blacktop service, residential or commercial. Check them out online at Bruce's Blacktop, LLC.com. Thanks to the Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency, and Centennial Securities for their continuous presenting sponsorship of Michigan Game Night. Thanks to Steve Van Lett, Full Circle Properties, who came on this winter as one of our kind of game night specialty area sponsors with Michigan Sports Radio, and will be with all MGN broadcasts. To the final 5:35, 35-23 Grandville. Bulldogs looking to earn a split tonight with the girls' win. Caledonia in the backcourt will get ready to inbound it. It'll be Gortmaker throwing this one in to Winstrom. Ava Winstrom, junior guard, has handled most of the point guard duties for the Fighting Scots tonight. Looks like I don't know if we've got a spilled water or what in front of the Grandville bench, but they're trying to get that cleaned up out of the timeout as Winstrom will go to work with it. Bouncing to the right side. Bulldogs out of that trapping zone. Left side. Babb tries a three. No good. Too short. Rebound secured by Fisher and thrown on here to Rakowski. Bulldogs pick it up off the miss. 5:20 and less in the fourth. Grandville by 12. Rakowski dribbles and hands it off right wing for McKellar. McKellar head fake up top on a handoff for Fisher. Fisher gave it on to the cutting McKellar to the basket. Shot blocked away by Babb. Rebound ripped down by DeVries. She'll run with it. DeVries trapped off before she got over the center court line and then threw an errant pass that's stolen away by McKellar. McKellar lobs up a wild shot trying to twist around Winstrom, and a foul called. That will send McKellar to the line for two. Great defense there by the Bulldogs in the full court.
Yeah, McKellar sticking with it. Had a great backdoor cut on the previous possession, but got blocked away at the rim. Stuck with it on the defensive side. Her and Rakowski combining there to provide some pressure, get the ball back.
First free throw good for McKellar. 4:59 in the fourth, 36-23. Klunder will check in. It'll be Claire Gregor taking a seat for the Bulldogs. Additionally, Abraham will come on here for Bomarito for Caledonia. One more for McKellar. She's too strong on that one. Leaping rebound to Babb, and the 5'10 senior will turn it up here for Winstrom, who will start the offense. 4:53 and less in the fourth quarter, 36-23 Grandville. Regardless who wins tonight, it will be their first win in OK Red play. Feed down to the turning Gortmaker, who lobs it up with a right. No good, too short, but a foul is called on the hack, and that will send Gortmaker to the line, and she will shoot two here. 4:43 to go in the fourth. 36-23 Grandville, and Gortmaker the chance here. Foul is on Klunder. That is her third and the team's third.
Difficult pass right through the middle of the lane. Lots of traffic going on right there, but able to feed it through to get it to Gortmaker.
Shot bounced 3 times off the connector and would not fall, but one more still here for Gortmaker at the line. Gortmaker, 5'9 junior. Rocks the knees and able to knock down the second free throw pure. 4:43 to go in the fourth. Claire Gregor will check back in for the Bulldogs. 36-24. Claire comes in for Tessa. Fisher to throw it in. Full court, man-to-man pressure. Inbound feed knocked back out of bounds along the baseline by DeVries. Bulldogs will get to do it again from along the baseline. Again, it'll be Fisher to throw it in. 4:43 in the fourth. Into Claire Gregor, back on here for Fisher. Baseball pass over the timeline to Rakowski, gave it on to Gregor. Gregor top of the key to Fisher. Rocking the ball back in the right wing, defended by Gortmaker. Fisher setting up the offense, wants a screen, hands it off instead for McKellar. McKellar skips it left side to Klunder. Klunder up top for Fisher. Left wing Rakowski bounces around a couple of screens. Rakowski lost it, poked away by Gortmaker. Gortmaker to the basket, two-hand feed, no good, bottom of the rim, no foul calls as she went crashing down, and then a foul is called on the race up the floor as Winstrom grabbed on to McKellar. 4:09 to go fourth quarter, 36-24, that's 7 on Caledonia, and that will be a 1-and-1 for the Bulldogs. Second foul on Winstrom.
A big swing right there as they elected not to blow the whistle as Gortmaker was driving one-on-one towards the basket. Looked like there could have been a little bit of contact there. They don't call it, but then as McKellar's trying to bring the ball back up along the sideline, some contact that gets called.
First for McKellar at the line, rattles home. And she'll get another. 4:09 to go fourth quarter, 37-24 Grandville. Solid effort by the Bulldogs. Ever since they came out in the second half, they had a pretty strong hold on this one. Second free throw rattles home with a friendly touch off the backboard, 38-24. Final 4:05 of the fourth. Grandville looking to hold on and pick up their first win in the OK Red. Left corner for DeVries, up fake, skip feed, left wing for Winstrom. Winstrom dumps it to the free throw line for a leaping Babb. Babb turns, lost it, foul call down low. Foul going to be on McKellar as she poked in on that one. 3:55 in the fourth, 38-24 Grandville. Courtmaker to throw it in right side of the key. Bulldogs setting up the defense. Another right corner on for Abraham. Right wing DeVries. Across the floor to a driving Abraham. Left-hand floater, too short. Rebound secured by Fisher. Handed off here for McKellar. Back on Fisher right side. 3:37 or less in the fourth. Fisher spinning, working, top of the key. Lost it. DeVries poked it away, but it's gathered by McKellar. To her left, skip feed, left wing for Fisher. Fisher out of the double team, on for Klunder. Left corner for McKellar. Skips it left block for Gregor. Back out McKellar left corner. McKellar jump past all the way across the floor. Rakowski in the right wing. Rakowski lobs it down low for Gregor. Out of bounds off of Morgan Babb. Bulldogs will keep it. 3:10 to go in the fourth, 38-24. You know, they've run on this half-court man pressure. I'm very curious or interested. I'd probably expect to see more of some of the zone looks that Caledonia had. It seemed to really work in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. They got some steals.
Inbounded down low to Rakowski, and she's able to finish off the window. 40-24 Grandville. You can continue your point now.
Yeah, they got some steals off the zone that they were running earlier. I think part of it here down the stretch, trying to go to the man-to-man with a deficit, trying to force something a little bit. The zone can't sit back too much and allow the Bulldogs to run too much clock off every possession.
Missed shot for Caledonia, turns into a held ball, and on the alternating possession, it will come back the other way. Emma Perez will check in here for the Bulldogs as Fisher will take a seat. And a timeout from the Caledonia bench. 2:52 to go in the fourth. 40-24 Grandville. At Barbara Ford, it's their mission to be the automotive home of drivers in the Holland area, and they provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Speaking of new Ford models, you can have your pick of their showroom as their local dealership keeps a great stock of used cars, trucks, and SUVs in inventory. With competitive pricing on every pre-owned model, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership in Holland. Find your next vehicle at barberford.net. DJ's Pizza Pub, located in beautiful downtown Hudsonville, serves a variety of outstanding pizzas, including Chicago-style deep dish, thin crust, and more, along with wings, salads, and subs. Dine in, carry out, or have it delivered. Call DJ's at 669-9550 or online at djspizzapub.com. 2:52 on the clock, fourth quarter, 40-24 Grandville. And just all around solid second half effort continues for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, really started to put up some points offensively. Had some pretty good possessions. The defense, the zone of their own that they've been running has looked really good, holding the Scots right now to 1 point here in the fourth quarter. Of course, they built up that lead a little bit in the third as well, but I think a nice change of pace for them was something I think we'll definitely see more of here in the second half of the conference season. We'll see if it's something they rotate back and forth between, or if that's going to be more of a primary defense that we see them run the rest of the year.
McKellar throws into Rakowski, got it right back. Thrown on to Gregor. She'll split the defense and get over the timeline before throwing it right side to Rakowski. Left wing McKellar. McKellar left-hand dribble, hands it off for Perez left wing. Curls to the free throw line. Lost the handle, stolen away by Gortmaker. Now the ball on the floor. Bodies crash together. Foul called against the Bulldogs on the collision. 2:34 to go in the fourth. 40-24. And getting pretty close to just academic at this point in time. Really solid win on deck here for the Bulldogs. Perez takes a seat. Tessa Gregor comes on for the Dogs. All right, Ava Winstrom, the right wing. Throws the right corner. DeVries, skip feed to Babb, right wing, working against the zone. Enters the lane, Euro. Right-hand shot, too short. Goes through the bottom of the net, but a foul is called, and that will send Babb to the line to shoot two. 2:22 to go in the fourth. 40-24 Grandville. Foul's on Tessa Gregor, her second, team 6. So both teams will be in the bonus with the next Bulldog foul. Free throw rolls out harshly for Babb. She'll get one more.
5 points for Babb on the night. A couple nice drives to the basket there in the third quarter. able to get some tough contested lanes to go.
Second free throw up here. She goes 1 and 2, 40-25. Full court press set up again here. It's Schrapping 2-2-1. Left side, Rakowski thrown over the timeline to Claire Gregoire. Enters the lane, pull-up jumper, good. Launched it from about 11 feet and knocks it down on the friendly touch. 42-25 in the final 2:05 of the fourth. Shot top of the key, Bab, no good. Rebound is batted in bounds by Caledonia, and last goes out of bounds off of the Scots, and the Bulldogs will take it back over. 1:59 to go in the fourth. 42-25. Rakowski up the right side of the floor off the inbound. She travels against the presses. She tried to jab with it, and the Scots will take it back over. Up top, it's Winstrom running the offense. Left side for Gortmaker. Right corner, Babb. Back up top for Winstrom. To the corner for Gortmaker. Has some space. Tries a three. Good. Gortmaker knocks it down. 42-28 to the final minute 40. Press comes back on. Gregoire. McKellar swung left side, Rakowski. McKellar over the timeline to Gregoire. He'll dribble it to the right wing. Stolen from behind, batted around. Caledonia's got it. Thrown over the timeline to Gortmaker. Gortmaker left wing, toes the line, tries a three. No good. Back iron, rebound batted out on the floor, secured by Gregoire. Given on here to McKellar. Left side, Rakowski. And a timeout from the Bulldog bench. 1:11 to go, fourth quarter, 42-28 Grandville. High Tone Cleaners with 2 locations in Jenison and Grandville, Wyoming offer professional dry cleaning, laundering, bulk laundry service, shoe repair, and care, and they feature same-day service if you drop off before 9 a.m., even on Saturdays. High Tone also offers pickup and delivery. Check them out at hightonecleaners.com for all the ways they can help make your laundry cleaning services easier. 1:11 to go, fourth quarter, 42-28 Bulldogs. Just wrapping this one up here, but it's going to be a split tonight for the Bulldogs as the Grandville girls are set to pick up their first win of the year in conference play.
Nice win for the Bulldogs, able to down the stretch feel pretty comfortable about this one to the point where they just had to value the basketball and run out their possessions, and they were going to be in a pretty good spot. The defense has really kept the Scots honest and forced them to have to try and shoot over top. Normally against the zone defense like what the Bulldogs are running, your weakness against that is going to be some shots over the top of it, but up until a three just a second ago from Gortmaker, the Scots had not hit any three-point shots at all, so able to keep them limited offensively and allow their own offense to break the press and figure some things out there.
And Bulldogs dealing a little bit shorter bench tonight as well. They've had some injuries that they've dealt with, some from the start of the year, some throughout the season, so good in that regard. Babb tries to steal the inbound, bats it into the scorer's table. So they got to fix the scorer's table now. We got to split in the middle of it. And the Bulldogs will get ready to throw it in one more time. It'll be Clunder to put it in. 1:10 to go, fourth quarter. Grandville 42, Caledonia 28. And Clunder stepped inbounds, trying to inbound that one. And on the violation, Caledonia takes back over at center court. Bulldogs will set up that half-court trap again. Gortmaker will go to work. Knocked down a three a few moments ago. Skipped left side and fed into the corner for a jabbing Maynard. Maynard takes it to the basket. Right-hand floater spins out harshly along the baseline. Bulldogs have got the rebound. Here's Rakowski trying to step around defenders along the baseline. Now she'll race up the floor and get over the timeline. Left-hand dribble. Rakowski lost it. Regathers at left wing. To the corner. Trapped up. Foul is called on DeVries. That'll be a 1-and-1 for Rakowski. 46.8 on the clock, fourth quarter. 42-28 Grandville. And that is 4 fouls on DeVries. So Rakowski to the line for the 1-and-1 here. 8th team foul against the Scots.
Rakowski, opportunity to get to double digits here at 9 points. Coming to the free throw line.
Free throw too strong. Fight for the rebound on the floor. She's got it left corner, so Rakowski keeps the possession alive. McKellar up top for Fisher. Right wing Gregoire, final 35 seconds. She's trapped, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the pair of trapping Scots. So for Grandville, going to inch closer to getting back to 500 overall. They'll go to 6-7 with a win here tonight. 1-6 within the red as they close out their first trip around the conference circuit. McKellar trapped, fouled at center court. She'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. 28.7 on the clock, fourth quarter, 42-28.
tough foul as the double team came. McKellar got ran over. Get to go to the free throw line as a reward, but I'm sure that one still hurt hitting the deck.
Yep. First free throw, McKellar spins out. Rebound secured by Gregor. She'll launch a shot. She's fouled. And Gregor will go to the line and shoot two. 26.9 on the clock, fourth quarter, 42-28. Final minute is proving to be the longest right now. Bulldogs 2 fouls shots regardless into the double bonus here. And both coaches going to clear away their benches here. First free throw good for Claire Gregor. One more here for Gregor. Final 27 seconds. Gregor able to knock that one down. They get 44-28. The Breeze will take it. The Breeze skips it right corner to Nyland, who's got the ball for the first time today. Tries to feed it down low to Walma out there as well for the first time. Walma up top for Nyland, over her head. Center court stolen away by Rakowski. Final 10 seconds. Rakowski trapped, fouled. They aren't calling it, thank goodness. Left wing on here for Gregor. Hands it off left corner for Rakowski. And that'll do it. Grandville picks up their first conference win of the season, 44-28. Caledonia still searching for that mark. Bulldogs go 6-7 overall on the year. Caledonia will drop to 4-8. Let's welcome you into the Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show. At the end of the day, we said it at halftime, it was going to be a coaching battle, and the Grandville coaches really came out. They had a good plan in that second half. They attacked early. They were able to get some shot making, and really that kind of burst of shot making, burst of good play at the start of the third quarter carried them throughout the rest of the way.
Yeah, in the third quarter there had a nice offensive design, got some nice cuts to the basket, some easy lay-ins, and then continued to play some great defense, holding the opposing team to under 30 points. That's a great start, and the offense able to work through some stuff and got enough to get the win.
All right, we're going to step aside here on this Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show. When we come back, we'll have scoring recap, we'll have awards, and we will wrap up this night and wrap up the first half of conference play as well on the year. We'll be right back here at Game Night. We got a split tonight. Caledonia boys win, Grandville girls win. We'll be right back.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Contact the Scott Bates Agency today, 616-531-3441. A proud supporter of MichiganGameNight.com.
And welcome back to the Grandville Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you. 44-28. Caledonia girls still looking for that first win. They play tomorrow against West Otter as they try to get that first win in conference. But the Grandville girls do come away with a win here tonight. And CT, I'll hand it over to you, and you can take us through the scoring recap from this one.
All right, yeah, we'll start with the Caledonia. Their leading scorer, Gortmaker, 9 points, 6 for Babb, 4 for Woodwike, 5 for Barry, and then 2 for Bomarito and Winstrom. For the Bulldogs, leading all scorers, Claire Gregor, 17, Olivia McKellar 10, Rakowski 9, and then 4 for Tessa Gregoire and 4 as well for Anaya Fisher.
All right, let's hand out some awards. Centennial Securities Player of the Game, Claire Gregoire. We talked about in the pregame that she had a chance for a big game tonight, and boy, did she.
Yeah, took advantage of that matchup. Able to score every quarter and on way to her 17 points. Really was a strong presence down low, able to knock down some shots there, got multiple rebounds as well, and a strong overall game.
Now we are going to combine a couple of awards right here. It's our Lakeshore Sewing Threading the Needle Assist of the Game and our AHC Hospitality Play of the Game. Couple of good options to go for right here. But I think we go back to I think it was the first quarter or early second quarter of play. It was a full court feed, really. McKellar running the full court, able to feed it on to Tessa Gregoire, and she was able to get the finish down low. So we'll combine that into the Play of the Game and the Threading the Needle Assist of the Game. Lastly, Heinz Orthodox Smile of the Game. You saw the big smile from the Grandville girls because it's been a couple of seasons. They finally are able to pick up another conference win, able to get a good win here tonight as well against this Caledonia team. I mean, this is a team still 6-7 on the year, and of course, very, very tough matchup in their district with some of the teams that they have to face. Hudsonville's there, West Ottawa's there. I mean, it goes without saying some of the teams that they have in that district they have to play. But based on the matchup, based on whatever, this is a team that could find a district win or two in there if they get things to set up right. We'll see how things wind up playing out. So, still a pretty good team. They get that first OK Red win. We'll see if they can carry that into, of course, East Kentwood, of course, played a really tight game with Caledonia. So maybe there's a chance to pick up one against them and some other teams. You never know what can happen building off this momentum. All right, at the end of the day, Caledonia boys win, Grandville girls win. That'll get you a split on the evening. What's next for game night? I don't 100% know. Friday we'll for sure be back here at Vanderslice Gymnasium, as it will be Grandville and Jenison in a doubleheader there. Tuesday we'll see, because the OK Red off next Tuesday, so we'll look around the area a little bit and see kind of what non-conference games might be going on that are worth finding our way onto for a game of the week option. But if not, we'll see you Friday for sure. For Chandler Timmer, everyone at Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio, I am Nate Dreyer signing off. Thanks to everyone that tuned in, NFHS Network, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you may have tuned in tonight with all of our extra streams going on. It was a lot of fun, and we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.